required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Get ready, Chiefs. Dayton Hughes and Josh Klingler bring you insight from the booth to the field on weekdays and game days. Insider scoops from Nate Taylor and Josh Briscoe keep you up to date all week long. Former linebacker Derek Johnson, and oh yeah, two-time MVP Patrick Mahomes. Don't miss a minute all season long right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. This is your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. KFNC FM and AM HD1 and HD2 Kansas City. An Odyssey sports station.
I think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Classic. We are back.
It just seems like things are difficult for the Chiefs right now on offense, and they have a much better defense statistically than the Ravens do right now, but I just think the Ravens are a much better football team, and I think that'll show up on Sunday.
The Chiefs will be fine. They are just not fine now. Then you come into a game and you've got questions about the Chiefs offense, the Chiefs defense, and the Ravens defense. Which thing did I leave out there? Oh, the Ravens offense. The Ravens offensive ranks compared to the Chiefs offensive ranks, I just simply do not think the Chiefs can keep up in this game. It's that simple. So the Ravens will cover 2.5 points because they're going to hang 27 on the board. Do we honestly feel confident that a Chiefs team is ready to put 30 points up on Baltimore based on what we've seen from them this year? I'm not talking about championship pedigree. I'm not talking about 5 years ago. I'm talking about what we're seeing from the Chiefs right now. They're not prepared to win a shootout.
Ravens have dropped like 40, 42, and 30. I think if the Chiefs tried to score 30 points right now, it would take 8 games.
Kansas City is anything but dominant on the ground. And then on the other side of the ball, the Ravens offense is the best unit in this game. I do think Lamar is going to have success against this Chiefs defense. I expect them to play a lot of zone. I think that they will send pressure less than they normally do. That's what Cesar Molo did last time he played Lamar, only a 23% blitz rate, play coverage. And I think Baltimore and Lamar Jackson will be patient, willing to work underneath, play action, passing attack, 2 tight ends on the field. So I think this offense will have a bounce-back game. And I think that the Ravens have a chance to pull out the win.
Mm-hmm. A lot of idiots out there, Dusty.
Emo Cougars.
Oh. A lot of idiots out there when it comes to their analysis of the Kansas City Chiefs. Not sure who most of those voices were. One sounded like Jim Rome, I think, but I wasn't sure about that.
There's a rumor that my boyfriend dumped me because my BBL stinks.
Yeah, your boyfriend dumped you because he pulled a hamstring and maybe quit on his team yesterday. That's why boyfriends are dumping
BBL
people.
stinky.
I feel good today, baby.
Looked like you came straight out of a Hallmark winter movie.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's freezing in here today. I had to go down and figure out. I mean, this room is ice cold today.
You didn't call an audible?
I did. I had to go get the Sporting KC scarf out of the car. I've got a little bit of a hoodie covering up my legs this morning because I walk in here and it was as cold as Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in this joint today. Man, maybe not that cold. Maybe it was cold as the Tennessee Titans.
Good to see Parkins' picks of death are still
was that Parkins?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's terrible. He missed. Who else was on that list that was
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
He stinks.
Followed by Danny Parkins.
Stinko!
Followed by Mina Kimes.
Stinky!
BBL Stinky. Followed by somebody on Pat McAfee's show.
Stink! Oh, he didn't weigh in, though, did he? Did Stink, Stank, Stunk weigh in on this one as well?
But I got to give credit where credit's due. So I think we got to give Mac, I think we got to give him a standing ovation.
I really like the Giants this week to beat the Chargers. I feel like this is a prime upset ready to happen, right?
I can't nail a Travis Kelce anytime touchdown, but by God, you can call
I got that in week 1.
Yeah. Really killing the parlays, Bob. Really killing the parlays.
Don't really care, Dusty. Gonna stick with it.
money on this. I really want to.
Doesn't affect me one way or the other. I'm sticking with Travis Kelce. Hey, told you the Giants were going to win this weekend, right?
They did.
Get a little boost from your backup quarterback, your new quarterback. He didn't throw much. You lose Malik Neighbors to an ACL, which is now that's done for the year.
So sad.
Got to get rid of those. Got to get rid of those fields, man.
I mean, you got to put grass in, I guess. But this is what happens when a team overlooks somebody, right? Happens all the time in football. I think you guys all made fun of me all week that I said the Giants were going to win that game.
No one made fun of me.
And you get a little bit of a boost from having that quarterback in there, and you have a team that's flying across the country after starting 3-0 with 3 big wins over 3 divisional opponents. And now all of a sudden you're going to the Giants. They change quarterbacks. They're no good. You overlook them. You fly across the country. Bing, bang, boom. You lose. And now all of a sudden we got ourselves a divisional race going on in the AFC West. And I'll tell you what, man, I there's nothing really about the Chargers right now that's popping off the page that says, ooh, we got to be scared of the mighty Chargers. They're down to how many offensive linemen now? Their 3rd left tackle, their 2nd right guard, their 2nd right tackle.
I think they're done.
I mean, Alt's probably now done. He's in a walking. He's in a walking boot, going out there. And Herbert, didn't look great yesterday. That rookie running back is really good. He had a nice day yesterday. Like
his name is Omari and Hampton.
He is a beast. He had a great day.
Your rookie of the year, by the way.
He had a great day yesterday. But other than that, I mean, that was a typical Justin Herbert. It's time to win type of game. Go out there, take care of business. And Justin Herbert didn't do that. Now the Giants got after him on defense. Their defensive line was spectacular yesterday, and the day started off that way, and it just got better and better and better as the afternoon moved along. Because I don't know about you guys, that Chiefs game was as relaxing a game as I've had in quite some time. I sat there with my daughter, just her and I watched the whole game on the couch yesterday, and she said, as we're talking about the game, I said, I love games like this. They're so relaxing. She goes, yeah, but it's not that exciting. I go, I know. We needed one of these today. We needed kind of one of those laughers for, I think, everybody to get their mindset in Kansas City, right? Everybody's feeling really effing good today because of that game. One of the best performances we've seen in quite some time. The Chargers lose, and everybody's got us back, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic win. There were things that were positives from every single angle of that game. Patrick Mahomes is in MVP form. He has 1 interception on the year. It's not even his fault. It's amazing to go back and think. Of course, hindsight's always great, but it's amazing to go back and think if Travis Kelce catches that ball, what this team looks like.
Yep.
Tied at the top of the division with tiebreaker going to the Chargers, but still one more game that gets played in Kansas City. Philadelphia's offense is still broken. A.J. Brown out here tweeting some wild-ass stuff after the game last night.
There. You're an undefeated football team, and your wide receiver's bitching, man.
Are you surprised? I mean,
no, I'm not.
We did this exact same thing last year with the Philadelphia Eagles. But, hey, you know what? They're the best team in football. They're undefeated. Let them do their thing. Obviously, there's still a long way to go in this season, but the Chiefs get back to 500. They don't play football until a week from tonight when they'll be on Monday Night Football against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then it gets real after that. You get Detroit, Washington, and Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know that Washington stands out anymore as a team that we thought at the beginning of the year.
Let them
right?
get Daniels back. They've been without Daniels the last 2 weeks with Mariota manning the ship in Washington. And then Terry McLaurin didn't play this week either because he was injured. But again, that's looking ahead. But again, this game against the Ravens on Sunday felt like maybe this is what we were holding on to. And I mean that because Xavier Worthy came back, and it was like as soon as he was back, Andy Reid had his toy back. It was like he was in, he was grounded from his parents being, whatever it may have been. And it's like, okay, you can have your bike back. Go have fun. And it was just like, check this out. There were mismatches all over the field. Tyquan Thornton was in the end zone at the end of the game. Isaiah Pacheco caught the ball. We're going to talk about Isaiah Pacheco because I think the phase-out session has begun with Rashard Smith.
Rashard Smith was really good yesterday. Welcome to the NFL, kid, right? How fun was he?
He was awesome. Yeah. Needed it.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Need that spark.
And I thought the other thing about it, which I know a lot of people don't really care, is that you were far and away the better team on that field from quarter 1 to quarter 4, from the first whistle to the last. Yep. The only thing that you lost in was yards per play. You had 118 yards rushing. They had a little bit more than that, obviously, with Derrick Henry and Lamar. You had more passing yards, 264 to 194. You had more yards total, 382 to 360. You had 24 first downs to 18. You were 5 of 15 on third down. They were 3 of 10. You were 4 of 4 on fourth down. That's where they won the game yesterday. They kept the ball in Mahomes' hands. They kept the chains moving. They allowed themselves to get points. Travis Kelce looked like the veteran tight end role that we always wanted to see. What the hell is on Jerry Jones'
I
lip?
don't know. I was staring at that as you were reading those numbers, and I'm like, is he going to bleed out on live TV?
The Baltimore Ravens, one thing that we said before this game started was that they are going to allow Lamar Jackson to be sacked. The Chiefs had 3 sacks. Go get yourself a Big Mac today, Mac. Each team only punted once, so no excuse, right? Like, everybody had their game going. It was the Ravens versus the Chiefs. They lose a fumble. They don't. They throw an interception. What we always say, look at the stat sheet. The 3 stats that will give you the indication of who won the game more often than not is when you look at penalties, you look at turnovers, and you look at time of possession. And when it comes to those 3 things, the Chiefs won the penalty game, the Chiefs won the time of possession, and the Chiefs won the turnover battle. So they had time possession. They had the ball 34 minutes and 45 seconds to 25-15. That's the reason why the score is 37-20. The Chiefs put up 37 points. Everybody, I remember hearing Alex Gold say it, wow, if they put up 30 points, I don't like this. Well, they did. They put up 37. They had wide receiver 2 back, but wide receiver 1 right now, and Xavier Worthy. Everybody was playing on a full thing of adrenaline. The whole Chris Jones thing added a little juice to it. As he was at his aunt's funeral, then he gets to the game like 20 minutes before the game kicks off. He goes out there. He has a lot of pressure on Lamar Jackson. He couldn't do anything. Chiefs looked great. The offense looks like this is what they needed. And again, Mahomes was in MVP form. Mahomes was the best player on the field yesterday, and it's not even close.
Yeah, and that's what you get when you get your offense back. I mean, for all these people sitting around, I had a conversation with a friend of mine after the Eagle game. He goes, there's no reason to watch this team anymore this season. It was week 2. Sends me a text yesterday and goes, man, they're back, baby. I love this team, ha-ha. And I'm like, wait a second. 2 weeks ago, you said that this team was done and there's no reason to watch. This is why I don't react like that during the regular season. I don't get high. I don't get low. I don't, lose my mind over regular season football because there's 17 of these, and the good teams always seem to separate themselves from the pack. They figure out ways to get it done. And we heard the opening of all of those national dopes out here, doubting this Kansas City Chiefs team. And at the end of the day, they still have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, who, by the way, Andy Reid's 200th game with the Chiefs yesterday, 240 with the Philadelphia Eagles. You talk about a guy who's absolutely dominated in 2 different locations, and we're going to go out there and we're going to take Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh over Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, a banged-up Baltimore team who played nobody, and the Chiefs had everybody healthy and ready to go and got back one of their biggest offensive weapons. And I think he's probably a bigger weapon than Rice because he's faster than Rashee Rice and can do a heck of a lot more than Xavier Worthy with the jet sweeps and the extension of the running game. The guy had 120 combined yards or whatever it was yesterday. That's what happens when you get healthy in the NFL. That's why you can't win games at times when you don't have your full complement of players. Patrick Mahomes can only do so much out there on the field. Andy Reid can only do so much out there on the field. When you take a dynamic weapon like Xavier Worthy away, imagine if he's there the first 2 games. They probably win that game against the Chargers in Brazil if Xavier Worthy's healthy, because did you see how much of the offense went through Xavier Worthy? That was the game plan for Sunday or Friday night in Brazil. What we saw yesterday was the game plan for that first game against the Chargers. And look at that. Look at that game plan that they did yesterday. They stick with that game plan. They continue to do that kind of stuff. You get Worthy involved like that, this offense is going to be very tough to stop. Oh, and then, by the way, number 1, Rashee Rice comes back, or number 4 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, however you want to look at it, and you add more offensive firepower to this. This team is getting better as other teams are starting to lose. Teams are starting to fire coaches. Teams are starting to get rid of, the dead weight. Fighting is happening in Philadelphia, and we're just kind of floating under the radar here. Got one weapon back, get another weapon back, and boom, now all of a sudden we're going to take off. This team's ready to go, baby. Let's do this thing.
Coming up on the other side, before we go to a break, I do want to give credit to Juwan Taylor.
Yep.
Hell of a game. Stayed off the referee's microphone, so I'll give credit to that. But we do have a little bit of concern when it comes to a certain player who's been there for majority of the dynasty run, plus how many good quarterbacks can get off the script. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics are tired of you being in pain, right? You're tired of it as well. You don't want to be in pain anymore. And more these days, people who are in pain are taking control of their health and looking beyond that traditional medicine. That's why QC Kinetics is so successful. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast and all natural with no downtime. If your back or knees or shoulder are hurt all the time, you need to explore all of your options. So be smart. Don't let them tell you more pills or surgery are your only choices. Call QC Kinetics now and get a free consultation. Exercise your freedom to look beyond the same old solutions. Thousands of patients around the country find a better life with QC Kinetics' amazing regenerative treatments. Call now to get it scheduled. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Appointments available on Saturday off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. It's QC Kinetics.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
What matters to you matters to us. That's why Busey Bank takes the time to understand your goals and build solutions that fit your story. From everyday banking to long-term planning, our team is here to help you navigate every stage with care and expertise. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor, your advisor, and your advocate. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Hey, Chiefs fans, Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Kansas City Chiefs. And this season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with the Crown Royal rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with a generous spirit. Visit www.crownroyal.com/Royal Rig for more on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening, because health is a long game and it's yours to win. Now, here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend shields, guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi? Learn more at depend.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks is proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskey, and tequilas. Plus, check out our barrel selections that are handcrafted by our team and bottled just for you. Supply is limited. Cheers!
This October, the whole family can ride along for the wildest weekend in Kansas City. PBR Outlaw Days, October 3rd through the 5th at T-Mobile Center. Cheer on your Kansas City Outlaws as they battle the world's best on the dirt, under the lights. KansasCityOutlaws.com. Get your tickets now at PBR.com. Kansas City Outlaws, all grit and no quit.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by the technicians you can trust with your house keys. Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric on the Missouri side. 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. Turn recent repairs into savings. Get up to $4,500 off a new HVAC system. Stay comfortable year-round. Schedule now at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it on a Victory Monday. Chiefs win 37-20. God, it felt good yesterday watching that game. I know that I'm hard. Better believe it. Celebrated my sister's birthday.
Nice.
Shout out to Summer. Woo. Happy birthday to her.
How old?
41.
Oh, she hit the 4-0 plateau, and then you know what happens then. It's all downhill from there.
And it's all downhill. But yeah, Chiefs win. Chargers lose. Raiders lose. Let's go, Jake Browning in Cincinnati, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Let's get some Bengals love tonight against Drew Nixon.
Oh man,
and the Denver Broncos. I mean, it literally could happen.
It could totally happen.
No, it definitely could. I don't think anybody's sold on the Denver Broncos at this point in time, and clearly nobody's sold on the Cincinnati Bengals. They're more focused on the Reds right now in Ohio. Congratulations to them getting the final playoff spot yesterday,
right,
and knocking the Mets out, which is just joyous.
I don't think I'm going to come back on my player option. Get out of here, Pete.
Why are you saying that at the end of the year? You know what that told me?
They care about themselves.
That's exactly
not the
right.
team.
And you want to know why the Mets collapsed? You got Pete Alonso seconds after one of the most debilitating collapses in baseball history, saying he's opting out.
You know, you can't spell Mets without me.
That's exactly right. You can't
4 letters in the name today. First 2 are M-E.
M-E. That's exactly right. But you wonder why, like the difference in culture and things like that. This Mets team
look
had
at the Reds. Look at the Mets. Tell me who wins.
Exactly. It's all about the culture. And then the guy doing the Terry Francona impersonation all day yesterday in the locker room was fantastic.
That guy's still drunk.
My daughter and I were watching that. She goes, "What the hell is that guy doing?" I go, "I don't know, but it's awesome."
Yeah, AL side of the playoffs in the early rounds looks awesome.
Yes, it really
AL
does.
side. AL side, Boston Yankees. Winner will go play Toronto. Oh, by the way, the collapse that's happening, Detroit, Cleveland, they'll play again.
Yep.
Winner will go play Cal Raleigh, the big dumper in Seattle.
That's so cool.
Can't wait for that side. That starts tomorrow, I think, at noon is when the playoffs start tomorrow. So
tomorrow's like the best day of the year if you're a baseball dork because games begin at noon. You get the afternoon fall shadows, and I just love looking at a baseball field in the afternoon in October with the shadows out there and the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow's going to be a good day.
Yeah, we're done at 10. Got to get out early.
Got to get out early tomorrow. There's no question about that.
Got to get the first pitch, man. You know what I mean? Got to get to Hy-Vee, get all the grub, get it set up, get ready to go.
Got to get to Hy-Vee today, actually,
Dusty.
Dusty.
You get a lot of money off your gas.
Yeah, you are 37 cents per gallon today when you spend $37 or more at Hy-Vee. That's your fuel perks. I'll be over there afterwards and get my food on, if you will, at Hy-Vee because 37 cents per gallon is a big savings on your gasoline. So get into Hy-Vee today. Use your fuel perks, scan that card, and get 37 cents off per gallon when you spend $37 or more at Hy-Vee today.
Never in your life have you ever heard of the expression, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Plays more effectively than that. Guy that was on the sidelines, Josh Klingler, he'll join us later on today about 8:30.
Yep.
Derek Johnson, former middle linebacker, he's going to be jacked up because he knew this was coming. He'll join us at 7:20.
Oh, you know who's jacked up today?
Josh Vernier.
Sean Smith.
Oh, God. Well, he's mad that Butker didn't go to the dispensary to get his mind right.
He is.
Because Butker, let's very vaguely talk about a few negatives in this game. I think we are all on the same page that we are no longer comfortable seeing Harrison Butker kick it from 40+.
No,
they got a kicking problem.
I'm not even. I don't even know where I'm comfortable right now at this point with Harrison Butker.
Extra points.
Maybe he missed one of those already this year,
True.
didn't he? He's missed
think.
5 kicks this year already. 4 field goals and an extra point, I think, is what he's done.
Trouble in paradise.
It really is. I mean, when he trots out there right now, and I love the term trot out, but he trots out there right now, and you're thinking, this is not a gimme anymore. This is not automatic for Harrison Butker anymore.
And that's what I was saying last week. When he goes out there, I'm no longer, getting up, getting the next beer, showing the frisbee, made it. Yep. Now it's like, I'm going to stand and watch before I walk into the kitchen. I'm going to be like,
oh, I missed another one because you had a chance to get to 40 yesterday. Think about a 40-cent savings at Hy-Vee today, man. That's a huge savings. He cost me 3 cents per gallon. I'll tell you what. So Harrison Butker, though.
Falco against Boston College. Cost me 3 cents, man.
It did. It cost me 3 cents per gallon, man.
Anybody else have anything better going on during that day?
But we're no longer with a luxury kicker. We don't longer have I'm going to say it. I don't think he's a reliable kicker at this point in time. And that means you have to change your offense up a little bit. It's no longer just get to like the 45-yard line and boot one through and feel good about yourself. You're going to have to get down to like the 20-yard line now to give Harrison Butker a chance because Harry ain't kicking good right now, man. And it went from something that was such a luxury and something that was such an automatic to something that I don't know anything. He's missed 5 kicks, as we said. It's more than he's missed all of last year.
Not good. It's not good. It's Bob gives it a ton of references all the time. It's a closer. Yeah. He's the guy that goes out there and he's supposed to go 1, 2, 3, and now it's first batter walks, next batter gets a hit, first and third, nobody out. Sometimes you get the double play or you get the pop out followed by a double play or you get the 3 strikeouts, but it's not like it should be. You should be able to see your closer come in, relax, be like, okay, should be all right, and then you should see your kicker come in that we've seen in the past. And again, time waits for nobody, right? Like it just keeps going. And maybe now we are starting to see the effects of getting older in the league of Harrison Butker because it is maybe the one point of concern that I saw because 3 sacks, I'll take that. 20 points, take that. Justice Hill had that huge run at the end of the game.
Give him credit for not quitting like Lamar did.
Well, yeah. Hamstring injury is what they're saying.
I mean, immediately after he went down, I was getting texts from people inside that building yesterday that were saying, I don't know how real this hamstring injury is for Lamar Jackson. There's a good feeling inside the arena there yesterday, the stadium, that he just said, I'm out, I'm done. And that's
what it looked like.
Put a little bit of an ice pack on his hamstring, if you will. And the coach wouldn't answer it after the game yesterday. People were asking him about it. And so where there's smoke, there's fire. In that situation. But Lamar started great yesterday, right? 5 of 5 right down the field for a touchdown. How many quarterbacks are really good once the 15-play script ends in the NFL these days? Because Lamar went right in the doghouse after the script ended. We've seen Caleb Williams go into the doghouse after the script ends. We see a lot of guys go into the doghouse after that script ends. Even Jackson Dart a little bit yesterday kind of went into the doghouse.
There was a lot of Dart went into the doghouse.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, after that, he just relied on his legs.
And then he pulled his hamstring a little bit yesterday, too, during that game. And so he was unreliable with his legs. I look around this league, and it's like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, once the script ends, I have confidence in them. How many other quarterbacks really excel once that script ends? We see those first drives that are outstanding, and then guys never really do it again. And I think that's what we saw with Lamar. Credit the Chiefs for taking him out of the game and Steve Spagnuolo and the defense. But that script ended yesterday, and it looked like Lamar Jackson saw ghosts out there in Kansas City and couldn't get things going in the right direction. It becomes like a hodgepodge out there. Another reason why we're so fortunate to have Patrick Mahomes, because script or not, that dude's going out there and he's balling and he's making plays, just like they're showing Josh Allen on TV now, trucking, some New Orleans Saints players. He's great off the script as well. There's not many guys in the NFL right now at the quarterback position that are good once those first 15 plays end. They're not good at improvising.
Well, and that's why for years, one of my biggest takeaways from Patrick Mahomes is a stat that not a lot of people tend to kind of love, and that is he is the number one quarterback when it comes to being improvisational.
Yeah.
And, like, he has always carried that. And when he came out of college, his first thing was, he likes to break out of the pocket too quickly. His feet get a little happy. I understand that there are times when that shows. Yesterday that did not show. He was very happy and comfortable in the pocket.
He stayed in there forever, didn't he?
He saw the play to Xavier Worthy right out of the chute when he saw, what was it, Kyle Hamilton? Is that who was on him? No, Marlon Humphrey was on him.
Yeah,
and as soon as he saw him follow Xavier Worthy over there, I'm looking at my family and they go, man, I forgot what it's like to watch a game with Dusty, because I'm over here going, watch this. I go, watch the right side of your screen. All of a sudden, Xavier Worthy does a double move. Boom, he gets past him. There's that training camp video that you always see of Mahomes to Worthy over the shoulder, 20 yards.
It's really amazing how a weapon makes a huge difference for a team.
Of course it does. And it's amazing how when somebody doesn't have their weapons, everyone goes, well, they don't have their weapons. And when Mahomes doesn't have his weapons, well, we've seen the best of Patrick Mahomes in the past. Now Patrick Mahomes playing better than he has in the last year and a half. Looks great. That was the most solid, sound win this team has had since Christmas 2024.
See, I think it's the most solid win they've had since the Bears game in Week 3 when Taylor made her appearance and they put up 40-some points, you know? Yeah.
I mean, they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 29-19 on Christmas Day, and they won all three fields of the game from defense, special teams, and offense. They did that exactly yesterday. Remigio was great on kick returns and everything like that. The defense played well. Yeah, they drove down the field, got it stuffed down their throat, and then after that, it was like, all right. And then there was the play where they showed Spags dialing up and they went to break. They didn't show anybody else. They showed Steve Spagnuolo. Yeah. Everybody knew exactly what had happened. They did the whole bend. They broke in the first drive. They let you have, like you said, your first 15. And then after that, the Chiefs just kind of settled in, did whatever they wanted, only punted one time the rest of the game. And that was the very end of the game.
The last thing,
yeah. It's like, okay. And you got to see Gardner Minshew. Ain't nothing better than giving a team the middle finger than being like, you had to play your backup. We chose to play our backup. How you doing? Pack the bags, extra day off. Let's get to Jacksonville.
Yeah, no, it's a great feeling when you can roll out that guy, whoever your backup quarterback is, because it's a laugher at the end of the game. And, everybody needed one of those, right? Andy needed it. Patrick needed it. The fan base needed it. I think all people in Kansas City needed what we saw out of this team yesterday. It just felt good. Like, this is going to be a great week for everybody, because now, after that performance yesterday against a team that, yes, they were banged up, it's still the Baltimore Ravens. And going into that game, we heard all the national nitwits picking against the Chiefs. There's no way the Chiefs can win. There's no way the Chiefs can win. I sat here on Friday and go, I just don't understand why the Chiefs are an underdog in this game. And I saw one text on Friday and said, oh, that's because you're a homer and you don't know what you're talking about. No, I still don't understand why the Chiefs were an underdog in this game when the Baltimore Ravens were banged up, but you still beat a good team. This is going to carry everybody all week. This is one of those wins that adds that juice to your step. Everybody's feeling good because there were a lot of people that were down. There were a lot of people in the building that were kind of down in the dumps trying to figure things out, thinking, oh, no, what's going to happen here? And they got their number one weapon back. And it created a weapon in the run game. It created a weapon in the pass game. It created a weapon all over the field yesterday by having Xavier Worthy back. And that's what makes this team tick. Being healthy, having your guys there. When this team is healthy, there ain't nobody in the NFL that's going to be able to stop them from an offensive standpoint, because they put up 37 yesterday without Rashee Rice. Get him back into the equation and let's see what we can do. And should have had 40 if the kicker doesn't miss a field goal again.
Solid one yesterday. Solid one. It is Monday. It is 6:30. It is time for us to get into our overreactions. There have been none said so far. It's just a team that finally got a weapon back on this team. They get Xavier Worthy back. It opened up Hollywood Brown, as you saw. It opened up Juju Smith-Schuster, as you saw. It opened up
Everyone. Nine different people caught a pass yesterday from Patrick Mahomes. Rashard Smith opened things up yesterday.
Yeah,
Thank God they got back to the run game.
Bye-bye,
Thank God.
Pacheco.
Yeah.
Bye. See you later.
But even though he ran fairly well when he needed to yesterday, I think you're just down on. I think everybody's down on Pacheco
it's
right
done.
now.
Yeah.
But that's what we said 3 years ago. We were laughed out of the building when we said this is the only contract he's going to get. What do you mean? And now everybody's like, all right, here's Rashard Smith, right? This is what they do. You're seeing it in real form right now. Now bring in a kicker. What's your overreaction?
Yeah, Xavier Worthy led the team in rushing yards yesterday. You look at this game and you look at this team.
2 carries,
Yeah, 2 carries, 38 yards. Man, I don't know how much of an overreaction is. Vegas would tell me it's still got a little bit of overreaction hype to it. Patrick Mahomes is going to win the MVP. Patrick Mahomes has 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes has thrown for 939 yards. He is averaging 6.6 yards an attempt, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not his fault, but it's an interception, to say the least. He has a 61.3 completion percentage. That is insane to me when you look about that. When you think about Patrick Mahomes, 61.3 completion percentage, 939 yards, 6.6 yards an attempt, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. The guy's absolutely playing fantastic. Everyone said, oh, he's been terrible all year. He just went out to the Baltimore Ravens, but their defense is busted. I don't care. 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, or 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has 9 total, 2 rushing. There's something to be said here because Xavier Worthy came back for the first time and he had the deep ball working. He's had it worked with Tyquan Thornton. And in 2 weeks from now, we'll be talking about the return of Rashee Rice. And then all of a sudden, it's buckle up, sit back, and watch. Because right now, Josh Allen is the favorite to win MVP. There's 2 names ahead of him or behind him. One of them is Patrick Mahomes at plus 1,000. If you want to feel like you want to join me in this today, because I will be doing it, you put money on Patrick Mahomes today.
Who's number 2 in the MVP voting?
I believe it was Lamar Jackson.
I was going to say,
Herbert.
is it still like really? You lost to the Giants? And then the other guy kind of quit on his team yesterday. They're not MVPs in my book right now. Patrick Mahomes should probably be number 2 behind Josh Allen. Who had
Josh Allen
game.
at plus 110, Lamar Jackson at plus 650, Justin Herbert at plus 700, Patrick Mahomes at plus 1,000.
When were those odds updated, Dusty?
This morning.
This morning?
Yeah, they're updated all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they counter.
You still have Lamar in there as an MVP favorite after yesterday?
Well, if he misses a couple of games due to a hamstring injury, and Mahomes continues to play, which he will play, I think, well against Jacksonville, and then we will see what happens against Detroit, who, I'm not going to get ahead of that game. It's still coming. They just obliterated the best defense in football, and if the Chiefs have a good defense, get ready. But my overreaction today is that right now, as of today, Patrick Mahomes will win the MVP of the league this year.
My reaction is probably twofold with the North. The AFC North is officially over. That thing's done. Pittsburgh is winning that division. Nobody's even going to come close to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. They're sitting at 3-1. It's not because I'm in love with what is going on in Pittsburgh, but the other 3 teams in that division are a colossal mess. Baltimore we saw yesterday. Cincinnati doesn't have a quarterback. And Cleveland's got a great defense, but they ain't got no quarterback either out there right now. So Pittsburgh is going to run away with that division. And I think also, too, when you look at the other north side of things, sorry, Mac, your team tied yesterday.
Who's my team?
Green Bay.
Oh, they're fine.
Kissing your sister yesterday with the Dallas Cowboys, a 40-40 tie. Detroit's going to run away with that division. They're showing me already they are the superior team in that division, man. They are really, really good. I know they had to stumble on the first night, but they've been exceptional against Green Bay. Yeah. How funny that is. That's Green Bay's best performance, right? And Detroit's worse. And since then, Detroit's gotten better. Green Bay, they lost to Cleveland. They lost to the Dallas Browns and then come back and tie the Cleveland Cowboys. In back-to-back weeks, you lost to 2 of the worst teams in the NFL. Not lost. How do you describe a tie other than a sister kisser?
I still think the Ravens are going to win that division, but it is going to be tough.
Wow,
it's going to be tough. I do.
How do you think they get past this Lamar thing?
Well,
man?
I think the Ravens are going to have 7 or 8 losses, or the Steelers, that is, are going to have 7 or 8 losses. So, can you win 10 games? Have the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about 10 games.
I don't know. I don't know that the Ravens can win 10 games. They're already at 1-3. That
you know, it's a long year though, Bob.
Yesterday.
If this were the other way around, 1-3, the Chiefs are 1-3, lose that game. We're sitting here. It's fine.
But tell me about the leadership on the Chiefs versus about the leadership on
they
the
were
Baltimore
1-2
Ravens.
last year, and they won their division, and they were the 1 seed, not the 1 seed.
You didn't see Lamar give up like he did yesterday. All the injuries that are on that Ravens team, like that sideline looked. Yeah,
it's bleak.
That's the word to use. That sideline yesterday looked defeated. They looked like they just got their asses handed to them, and they look like they would rather be anywhere else. I've only seen that look twice out of the Chiefs. It was both Super Bowl losses.
Yeah, yep, that's it. 100%.
And that's why I look at that Ravens team, and I'm like, if it's the Chiefs and they're 1-3, we still got Andy, we still got Patrick, we've got leaders. It looked like yesterday, other than Hill, everybody quit on that team yesterday in Baltimore. I've never seen the Chiefs quit. That's why I can't trust Baltimore. It's September, man, and you're already quitting?
I mean, they quit in the Super Bowl.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said
there's only
been 2 times where they've been lost.
Yeah, I would say Lamar Jackson yesterday was over as soon as he fumbled. Everybody was done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Once
just
that
feel
happened,
it.
it was just like there's no life on that sideline.
I don't know what he's been an idiot in the pocket, man. He just has not been good. He's been holding the ball too long. He's been hesitant. I don't know what he's doing, dude. He's got all of Thanos' stones, man. He's got all of them, but he doesn't know which ones to use. He's got all the Infinity Stones.
And he, even under the blitz yesterday, he stood in there and just threw awful passes.
I don't know what you're doing. It's weird with him right now. Yeah, mine's kind of, I'll piggyback. Mine was kind of like Dusty's. I'll just piggyback and say the Chiefs will have the best offense in football when Rashee Rice is back. I already said it would be top 5, but after seeing what they were yesterday, even with the lack of run game, they created, finally, Andy Reid was able to create the run through the pass. We saw little jet sweeps, short runs.
Just give up. He used the wide receiver to run. That counts for Andy.
Yes, it counts. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think Matt Nagy's talked about it. They call them run passes.
Yeah.
They're passes, but they're really runs. And
Yeah.
they were able to do that, scheme guys open. I mean, once Rashee Rice comes back, you will have Juju Smith-Schuster as your 5th wide receiver.
Isn't it sick?
You'll have Jalen Royals, a guy that we don't know, just a bonus as like a 6th option. Noah Grace.
We haven't even seen that guy
Yeah,
yet.
he played like 18 snaps yesterday. I don't think he got targeted. But
I think we're going to see him because he's just going to dissipate even more when Rice comes back.
But yeah, bet on Mahomes to win MVP. That would be it. And the Chiefs will have the best offense in football.
Yeah, I don't think that's an overreaction. I
3
think
weeks.
you're getting healthy and everybody else is getting injured.
Yeah, and Mahomes.
Quitting.
Mahomes is playing like the best player in football.
He is. He was brilliant yesterday.
And he has this whole season for everyone.
Yeah.
Even when they were 1-2, he still was.
Yeah, I was reading something this morning about Mahomes not being that good this year, and I'm like, what are you guys You're watching Red Zone again, aren't you?
Exactly.
You're already in the Likens Library in the fiction section. Sports Talk on 96.5 The Fan, presented by Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone is back in the original hit series Tulsa King this season. Dwight faces his most dangerous adversities, yet forcing him to fight for everything he's built and to protect his empire. Stream the new season of Tulsa King on Sundays on exclusively Paramount Plus. Coming up next, halftime show. Third option's, I guess, what they're going with because the first two declined. We'll get back to it on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Leo Chanel, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending have done it again. Golden Oak has lowered rates to 4.50%. While other lenders are out here talking about high rates, Golden Oak is dropping their rates. Lower your monthly payment, get cash out, pay off credit cards, and best of all, make no mortgage payments for 2 months. That means you won't have to make a mortgage payment till after the first of the year. How would you like to go the rest of the calendar year without having to scratch that check for mortgage? It would be fantastic. And at Golden Oak Lending, when you refinance, the average cash out customer saves $1,104 per month. And right now, with their 4.50% fixed rate loan, you could save even more than that. So let Golden Oak show you how paying off your credit cards or auto loans can save you money every single month. And right now, you got to take that free mortgage checkup. You'll never pay for the appraisal up front. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a conversation where you tell them all about your financial goals. 913-890-GOLD is the telephone number. If they've got a plan for you, they'll let you know about it. And if they have one that's not as good as the mortgage that you're in, they'll let you know that as well. Golden Oak will never put you in a mortgage that isn't better than the one you have right now. So call and take that free mortgage checkup. 913-890-GOLD. And with Golden Oak Lending, 5.442 APR, FHA 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit, additional terms apply. MLS 1149.37. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey, almost Andy Reid here. It's been an honor to give back to the community that's embraced me being almost your head coach. Thanks for letting me be part of your team. Renner Garage Door is a teammate of mine that also values the community that they served for decades, always giving back and delivering wins with top brands like Geldon, Amar, and Liftmaster. Need a repair or replacement? Get a free estimate today. Forward and back.
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
I'm Bob Burke,
founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening, because health is a long game and it's yours to win. Now, here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend shields, guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi? Learn more at Depend.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine. You could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt. But you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. But listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. That's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. Cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. Imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt. And you can stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. Get your all-cash offer now. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, one contractor, all things parking lot. Missouri side, 71 northbound, a little slow from 87th to Gregory. Lee Summit, US 50 westbound. Slow rolling approaching Chip. And the world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Big doubleheader tonight on Monday Night Football. Jets and Dolphins.
Huge game.
And then Bengals, Broncos. So I believe it is...
What time does that one start?
7 o'clock. And then the other game starts at 6:15.
Oh, they both start at the same time, kind
Essentially,
of.
yeah. I think they're going to do the whole, like, where one game starts and it goes to halftime, the other game kicks off. And then by the time that game's at the end of the first quarter, you start the second half. And then by the time the second game's at halftime, the other game's rounding up. And then you kind of feel how everything else goes. But make sure you people in Jackson County get your sleep tonight. Got a big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow.
From the 816, Frank White, I'm driving all family, friends, and relatives to vote tomorrow. It's me versus you, Frank, at the ballot box. Hashtag Chiefs, hashtag Royals, hashtag Let's Go.
I wish some of that could save some of it, but I understand where people are with the aggravation. I actually got a text from somebody yesterday on the government side of things that said to me, how bad do you think he's going to get recalled? And I said, I don't know, like 80-20? I mean, I don't know. I've never seen one of these type of elections before. I also talked to somebody else who said it's not going to be as bad as we think.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be.
I don't see any signs in people's yards that say don't recall Frank White.
And something like this is a passionate vote. Like, you're not going to roll down to the polls to say, yeah, keep him in office, but you are going to roll down to the polls to say, no, kick him out,
Correct. It turns out that a bunch of people that are celebrities said no to the halftime show. Bad Bunny going to be the halftime show this year. So I'm sure your kids probably love that.
I haven't talked to them about
Okay.
it. They were I don't know where they were, long in bed, I guess, by the time that kind of announcement came. And I stayed up for it because I thought it was going to be Adele that was supposed to be the halftime act, and obviously it's not. Taylor was asked to do it, but she wasn't going to do it for free, which I would tell everybody in life: don't do anything for free. Don't let people abuse you. Say, oh, it's a great opportunity. No, it's not. Put cash in my hand. So Taylor doesn't need to do that for free. So Bad Bunny, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me, but if it does stuff for others, fine, great. I don't care. I've never been one to get worked up over the halftime show. Some people do. Some people get worked up over the halftime show.
I just don't really care unless it's somebody that's like super iconic. And I know Bad Bunny is like super popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he has two different types of fan bases. You have your Latino fan base, you have your American fan base. Does a lot of stuff for the WWE as well.
I thought he was great in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he was great as his caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
He was good in
Yeah,
that.
he was good. Yeah, you're right.
And now we just need to figure out who's going to play the Chiefs in that Super Bowl game. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Probably Philadelphia, I would imagine.
God, that would break the NFL.
Oh my God! What would the NFL want that again or not?
I mean,
Probably not.
ratings wise, yes, the NFL would, but
Yeah.
the fan base would be like, oh,
No,
not
NFL
again.
fans would be.
You think mad if it was Chiefs and Eagles
for
again?
sure.
Yeah, of course.
Anything,
Right.
well, anything Chiefs, but especially Chiefs Eagles.
Chiefs Eagles.
I mean,
yeah.
the NFL loved it when it was Dallas versus Buffalo back-to-back years, but I'm sure the fan bases were like,
Oh, I remember it. It was awful. But back in those days, the NFC used to just crush the AFC in the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl was never a good game. I mean, the Giants won that game against Buffalo 20-19, and after that, it was just destruction until John Elway showed back up, and then the AFC finally got back, in the win column in the Super Bowl. But those Super Bowl games were absolute destruction. You're gone by halftime. Those things, they sucked with Dallas.
Dallas won 93, 94, 95.
No, Dallas only won
just the two, right?
Yeah. They won two, then had a year off, and then Barry Switzer came in and they won that third one. Under Barry Switzer. I forget who they beat. I think they beat the Chargers in that. I think it was the Chargers in that final Super Bowl that they won like 1996, my freshman year of college, guys.
Who? Wow, Dallas.
Yeah.
Well,
my
the
freshman year of
Packers-
college.
The Packers won in 96. Packers won
95, 96 Super Bowl, whatever that was.
Packers won in 96, then Denver won in 97, 98. And then the
Rams won
in
99,
99.
yeah.
And then Patriots went on their run.
Yeah, it was my freshman year of college is the last time that Dallas was a Super Bowl team. 30-some years.
Because Buffalo, they lost to Washington, the Giants.
And twice to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to the entire NFC East except Philadelphia
except
during
Philly,
that little
yeah.
run, But no, I mean, you start to look around and you start to see teams that are separating themselves from each other. I think you have to consider the Chiefs now, guys, in the category of dominating teams in the AFC. I don't think anybody can take that away from them right now. I mean, I think if you lined up and played when healthy, and they will against the Chargers, I think the Chiefs would probably be a favorite in that game. Obviously, they're going to be at home, for that game, but they're healthier than the Chargers are right now, who are a banged-up mash unit on their offensive line. Good luck, Justin Herbert, now with your third left tackle that is going to be playing this season for the Chargers. So, I mean, I'm looking around the NFL right now. There isn't that dominating team. Detroit's really good, obviously. Philadelphia's really good, obviously. Other than those two in the NFC at this point in time, I'm not ready to really say, oh, yeah, this team is likely to match up with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl in February.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's still good. I know they had a rocky game yesterday, but it was still
it's the Saints.
Obviously, and I think that they looked ahead. I mean, I think the Saints probably on their bulletin board all week put up 15.5 and said that's how much they think they're going to beat you by.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo did end up running away with that game, but again, it was
close for a while though.
For the majority of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Spencer Rattler. But again, I think that was probably one of those games where we've seen the Chiefs do this before when they were the dominant team in the AFC. You play a team that's not that great, that has no real superstar on their team. I know Olave and Kamara are really, really good, but it's one of those things where Andy Reid's like, I don't really need to show anything. And I think that's probably what Buffalo did yesterday. They're like, we're at
100%.
home. We're playing a really bad team. We don't really need to bring out our A playbook. And then guess what happened? When they started to face adversity, Josh Allen took over, scored a rushing touchdown, kind of went nuts. And all of a sudden it was like, all right, we're good. Final score, what was like 30-17 or something like that or whatever. Buffalo ended up winning the game. I don't know what the actual final score was. But again, I think Buffalo is still there in the AFC. I think they're still that team.
No doubt.
I think that we are really high on this win against the Ravens. But again, 2-2. Chargers still 3-1, and the Chargers have beaten everybody in their division. And they've beaten the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs were not fully healthy. But again, I'm over excuses. Like, we've done that before, right? We didn't do that with the Royals pitching. By the way, 82-80 on the year.
Congratulations. Above 500 is great. It really is.
We'll get to Vern at 9 to talk all things Royals and playoff baseball as well. But again, I do think that with that win, that type of win yesterday, with actually getting a piece back, because if we're not going to use excuses when somebody's out, then we got to not use excuses when somebody comes back. And the addition of just one person who wears the jersey number 1 made that offense look night and day. And it made Patrick Mahomes look better. It made the offensive line look better. And the defense and Spags set everything up. And everything looked like it should have from week 1. So, again, if that's what it's supposed to look like, and they were supposed to have this offense waiting for number 4, then, yeah, okay, go take care of business against Jacksonville. And then, like I said, you have an absolute banger of a game against the Detroit Lions.
You know, I looked at Jacksonville, and okay, you're 3-1, right? They didn't beat anybody though so far this season, right? Like they've not had a murderer's row of a schedule. Did they beat Detroit, Jacksonville?
Oh no, okay, yeah, Jacksonville. Well, yeah, they played the AFC South.
Yeah.
I think they beaten Tennessee. They had a game yesterday against. They struggled.
They beat the Niners.
They beat the 49ers yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, everyone's hurt for the Niners.
Yeah, and everybody's hurt for the Niners.
And
they
that
got
was the
win.
game yesterday that finally affected them.
And then at the end of the game, Robert Saleh almost killed that
Liam
Duval
Cohen.
guy.
Yeah. Dude, that was crazy.
I keep my name out of your effing mouth. They were yelling at each other. Apparently, last week, Saleh was accusing Liam Cohen of cheating.
Stealing
signs and doing all that kind of stuff. So guess who we have this week? Jacksonville. So now is this something that we need to worry about? That this Duval guy is down here. Did he come from New England? Do we know? Did he work with that Licht in Tampa who came from New England? It was Tom Brady's guy. There's your cheating connection right there. There it is. Yes, Liam Cohen, I do believe, was cheating.
There you go.
Because he's got some sort of New England ties. That guy, though, yesterday on the field, man, I've never seen two coaches get in each other's grill.
Oh, Robert Saleh would kick his ass.
Robert Saleh would kick everybody's ass in the NFL.
Hell yeah.
Was he just a sourpuss yesterday for losing? Like, was he just mad that he lost? Did he really think he had evidence that he cheated?
Well, no, he said it earlier in the week, and so Cohen was approaching him after the game to talk about it too.
And I have no issue with Liam Cohen then in that situation.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, not with Liam Cohen. No, yeah.
I have no issue. Like, people are like, "Oh, Robert Saleh, the guy beat his ass. Robert Saleh cheating." I understand that. It's just cool, awesome, bros. But again, you're gonna say that this guy's a cheater, and then he goes out there and beats you. Get bent. 26-21. I ain't done.
I like it. I think it's fun to have this kind of scuff up going on, in a game. So again, Jacksonville's 3-1 Monday night, a week from tonight. I'm sure the Chiefs are favored. I did see yesterday they were a 3-point favorite before everything kind of took place, last night and everything like that. Not that would affect the line or anything, but the Chiefs should be, comfortably going down to Jacksonville expecting to win this game. 3-1 for Jacksonville is not. The Chiefs are by far better. It's not indicative of who they are as a franchise right now. No. And San Francisco, I mean, they're holding on for dear life, and they almost beat them yesterday too, right? They almost had Jacksonville.
Chiefs sit right now on DraftKings as a 3-point favorite going into Monday Night Football. I'm not sure how much that will move, but I assume that they will probably throw a 0.5 on that 3 towards the Chiefs before you get to Tuesday.
You have to.
It'll probably be today. So if you want to take the even 3, which is nice, you can do that. And to give a look ahead of who Jacksonville has played this season, Jacksonville so far 3-1 on the season. They lost to Cincinnati in week 2, and that's when they had Jake Browning. So that was kind of like a curveball game. They've beaten the Panthers, they've beaten the Texans, and they've beaten the Niners.
Yeah, that's not exactly a ooh. The Panthers, the Texans, and the Niners.
Boy, the Texans look good yesterday against the worst team in football.
Boy, I'll tell you, that is the worst team in football.
Tennessee,
it ain't even
they
close.
got the worst head coach. They have the worst offense, and they have the worst defense. They just need to get rid of that coach. Coming up on the other side, the Chiefs showed a lot yesterday And I really, really love what that defensive side showed, plus the arrival of Xavier Worthy for the 2025 season. We talk about all that on the other side here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Josh Simmons, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Park & Go are going to help you out and have the best airport parking experience of your life. And yeah, that's important. You want to have a great parking experience at the airport, right? Because the last thing you want to do is add more stress to your trip already. You're worried about making that flight on time, but you don't have to worry about it with Park & Go because their facility and employees are top-notch. They have covered parking for everybody. So when you park at Park & Go, your car's protected from the elements, and they've got customer service that can't be beat. That's right. You're going to pull into that parking lot, and you're going to give them the reservation number after you've made your reservation online at bookparkandgo.com, and then prepay because that's when you save money. And then they're going to direct you to that covered parking spot they have reserved specifically for you. And as soon as you get to that covered parking spot, the van meets you and takes you right to the airport terminal. No waiting at all. And when you get back after that long trip, the last thing you want to do is wait for a parking bus, right? You just want to get home. Well, Park & Go lets you do that. Just grab your bags, walk outside, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. So join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park & Go, family owned and operated.
What matters to you matters to us. That's why Busey Bank takes the time to understand your goals and build solutions that fit your story. From everyday banking to long-term planning, our team is here to help you navigate every stage with care and expertise. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor, your advisor, and your advocate. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Football season in full swing. Underdog, one of the best places to get in on the action, and you can win money in Missouri. It's super easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower than stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and so much more, and get those entries right. And you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. It really is that easy. I love the different versions of games you can play over there. Ladders and streaks, pick'em contests and champions. All of those options available over at Underdog. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code TAPP. TAPP. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula? No. Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo? Absolutely not.
Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Kansas City Wind Supply Group Vendor Showcase, Thursday, October 23rd at J. Rieger and Company Distillery. Missouri side 70 eastbound, getting pretty heavy. You're hitting delays past Prospect, just crawls over past 18th Street, getting into a construction zone where you're down to one lane. Discover the latest HVAC plumbing and trade solutions with companies like Honeywell and Aprilaire and 20-plus other vendors at the Kansas City Wind Supply Group Vendor Showcase, Thursday, October 23rd, 3 to 6 at J. Rieger and Company Distillery. Plus, enjoy complimentary food, drinks, tours, prizes, and networking. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Wildcat fans, this is Wyatt Thompson. Tune in all season long to the play-by-play of the 2025 football season, right here on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Second down goal to go for the Chiefs at the 4. 7-6 Ravens. 4:09 to go in the second quarter. Hollywood Brown trots in motion. Now he peels back left of Mahomes. They load the left side. Mahomes goes left. Threads the middle. Touchdown! Kansas City! The pass caught by Juju Smith-Schuster. The door hinge. He gets to open the door on a 4-yard thread the needle throw by Mahomes. The Chiefs have their first touchdown of the game.
The door hinge, huh? I
There
like
it
that.
is. Love it. He told us that story a couple of weeks ago.
Heck
We were
yeah.
listening. We have Mitch on every Friday. He brought up that why he calls him the door hinge. Juju Smith-Schuster, great game yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want him to have his 40 yards, Tyquan Thornton to have his 50 yards, Xavier Worthy to have his 120 all-purpose
That's right.
yards.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, and in 2 weeks you get Rasheed Rice back. I'll continue to sip my coffee this morning.
You know, and then Travis Kelce, 5 catches, 48 yards. Perfect role for him
Yes, that was
yesterday
awesome.
as the
All you need.
aging tight end, man.
Yep.
Big play when you need it. Get you a couple of first downs. Be there when Patrick needs him the most. Targeted 5 times, 5 receptions, roughly 50 yards. Love to get into the end
And the
zone a
awesome
little bit more.
loft pass over the shoulder. It felt like that connection was
it,
back.
It did, yeah.
That
it
was
felt,
like, ugh.
but that's what happens when you have Xavier Worthy. It opens it all up. I
Yep.
mean, it changes the entire dynamic of this team. And then that's something that, you know, the Nationals didn't want to understand. Oh, it's injuries. They're still supposed to go. No, when you have a speed demon like Xavier Worthy on the field, it changes everything because now all of a sudden you're creeping up to the line of scrimmage. You're worried about the run. Oh, now you can go up over the top. Now you can go across the middle. Like just having Xavier Worthy on this team and on the field yesterday was so big for this organization because you don't even know if they're going to run or they're going to pass. He provides a lift for you that really is kind of second to none, and he's a difference maker, you know, for this team. And he's the biggest game changer we've seen since Tyreek Hill. I don't think I'm going out on a limb by saying that. And Tyreek Hill was the biggest game changer we've ever seen in this organization. If Xavier Worthy continues on this trend and stays here and becomes a lifer in Kansas City and becomes an 8, 9, 10-year guy in Kansas City, he may be looked at as the biggest playmaker that we've ever seen this side of Patrick Mahomes from that wide receiver position. I mean, he's just such a dynamic factor on this team, guys. I can't even put it into words how awesome he is right now.
So let me ask you guys this question. You can debate between yourselves. Were you more comfortable with this team yesterday on defense or offense?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Yeah, no, that is. I'm going to say offense yesterday.
Yeah.
Because even when Lamar fumbled and you said, where is the get out of jail text, you know, how come we haven't gotten the game over text yet? Again, I'm 2 minutes behind with the box and everything. It's actually 90 seconds. I was timing it yesterday. Because I was like, it's still Lamar. Like,
sure.
Right? I wasn't like ready to close the door because I thought, man, we've seen Lamar do stuff, right? He fumbled, so they got the ball. They put some more points on the board. You're starting to feel pretty good about yourself at that point in time. But when that fumble happened, I was like, all right, yeah, it's over at this point, right? You kind of felt it, but even still, I was a little hesitant because of Lamar. But I thought offensively yesterday, they were flawless. I really did think
Things
that.
felt easy.
Yeah, it did.
For the first time all season, it
Yeah.
felt like, hey, we're going to throw to an open wide receiver for 2 yards, and he's going to go gain another 8. It's going to be a first down. You know, Mahomes isn't going to have to throw to where the yards are. It doesn't have to be 40-yard pass for 40 yards. It can be a 10-yard pass, and it'd go for 25. And it was, guys were open. People were in the rules. I mean, mentioned Juju Smith-Schuster. It was like finally he was the Rasheed Rice role, right? Little underneath short passes, get some yards after the catch. Kelsey there when you need it. It was just like, and we mentioned it too. What did you say? 9 different guys caught a pass yesterday?
That's right.
I mean, that's the Chiefs at their best
Yeah.
when you don't know who's getting the football.
Yeah, I mean, they spread it around yesterday. Worthy, Kelsey, Juju, Hollywood, Brashard Smith. I mean, talk about a
He's-
nice change
yes.
of pace. Pacheco had a couple of catches. Hunt had a catch out of the backfield. Thornton, Gray. I mean, like, all those dudes caught a ball yesterday for this team because they were able to stay balanced. It's amazing. I was watching, I think I was watching the Giant game yesterday, and the announcers, it was Trent Green. Let me see who it was. It was Trent Green and Kevin Harlan were doing the Giant game, and I want to make sure I give them the right credit. But it was somebody yesterday that said the running game is the best friend of a quarterback, and I'm like, yes, exactly. This was before that the Chiefs were playing yesterday, and they were talking about the running game being the best friend of the quarterback. Look at what happened yesterday, how great that running game was for Patrick Mahomes. Takes the pressure off him, keeps the defense guessing and off balance, gives your offensive line an opportunity to work and do their thing yesterday. The running game is so important in this league right now.
I just thought watching that game was like watching the Chiefs of old. And I say the Chiefs of old, but the Chiefs that always were in those games where you're like, yeah, this is the Ravens, but this team looks absolutely comfortable. They looked like everybody was having fun. The game plan worked. Everything was in the right place at the right time that you needed them. I know that Brashard Smith dropped that pass earlier on. There's a couple of runs where Pacheco kind of ran into his tackles, and that's why we saw more Brashard Smith and Kareem Hunt throughout the game. But that was a game in which the first drive, I'm listening to it on the radio as I'm driving over to my family's house to watch the game with them, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, 4 first downs on the opening drive. Like, they're just running down the field. Derrick Henry, 14-yard gain. Rashad Bateman, 17-yard gain. Mark Andrews. And then we never really heard Mark Andrews' name again.
Literally.
And
that was it.
That was in the first drive.
And then 2 targets done.
We saw that Nick Bolton did very well on the spy. We'll talk to Derek Johnson about that coming up in about 5 minutes. And then I thought that the Leo Chenal pick was huge. I mean, him picking that ball on the sidelines, getting the ball right back when Baltimore could have gone down and made it 14. And just nipped that in the bud. Nipped what in the bud? He nipped that drive in the bud. Leo Chenal really turned the game around.
When was the last
for
time you saw a linebacker in coverage like that make that kind of play, too?
Yeah, it was sick.
Pulling to your ass.
Buffalo did it yesterday, but that's because they had Chris Olave try to throw a touchdown pass. Can't do that.
So
and that guy went up there one hand to that line and brought it down. I'm like, but no, I thought that play by Leo Chenal really kind of got the team like, oh, crap, here we go, man. They're back. But I felt really comfortable. And I asked myself that question going home last night, man. Did I feel more comfortable watching that offense there? Did I feel more comfortable watching that defense play? That was a win on all 3 sides of the field, from defense to special teams to offense. That's that team. 37-20, 17-point victory. Offense looked great. Defense looked great. Spags, Andy, Nagy, everybody was on their game plan. And by the way, I'm going to give him credit because I crushed him all week. Juwan Taylor, every day, every play, I'm going, is this going to be it? Is this? My sister, who loves sports, doesn't know names a lot. And she goes, is Juwan Taylor going to F this up on this drive? I'm like, Summer.
It's all of that. It's everybody, though. They all say it. My mother talks about it. My wife talks about it. The kids talk about Juwan Taylor. And I want to say, Mac, I think you and I are a little vindicated yesterday, right? Like,
finally.
We've been supporting this guy up until last week. And then, you know what? It was tough love by you and I. That's why he didn't commit. It wasn't Andy Reid.
Yes.
It wasn't Nagy. It wasn't Mahomes. It was nothing that took place over there. It was you and I finally saying, man, we love you. We've given you everything. You got to give us a little something. He goes, man, I let Bob and Mac down. My only 2 fans in this town.
He's like, damn,
I better go play. And he was brilliant yesterday.
He was amazing.
And it was par for the course for the Ravens. They started off running the ball very well.
Classic,
and then the Chiefs went
dude.
down, and then the Chiefs went down, scored, got the ball back, scored again, and then all of a sudden we didn't see Derrick Henry. He ran the ball 8 times yesterday.
Yep.
His kryptonite is Steve Spagnuolo. It's just you cannot run against Spags when you're Derrick Henry.
They don't even try. I mean, they
run away from it.
I mean, they just,
which is the irony of the whole thing.
It's so crazy. They don't even try to do it. You mentioned the special teams too. That really nice job yesterday. The Remigio return that kind of set him up, right?
Awesome.
And they were talking about Dave Tobe, and before the game, Josh texted me. He goes, I don't know if you heard the Dave Tobe pregame interview. I go, no. He says at the end of the interview, I don't know if we can find this anywhere. Okay. He says at the end of the interview, one of these teams is going to be 1-3. It sure as hell ain't going to be us.
Let's go.
Hey, we got Oktoberfest coming up, man. We better start celebrating Dave Tobe again with Oktoberfest coming up here in 2 days. But how about that comment from the special teams coach? Damn. One of these teams falling to 1-3 ain't going to be us.
Well, call your shot and land it. That's what Dave Tobe did yesterday. Coming up on the other side, the Chiefs' former middle linebacker, Derek Johnson, joins us to talk all things happiness on the defensive side of the rock. We'll talk to Derek Johnson next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for K-State Athletics. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friend Dawn Sharp is amazing when it comes to the real estate business because she knows every single area of this town. And every single area of this town is different. And Dawn is an expert in every town, every neighborhood, everywhere you go in Kansas City. And first impressions matter more than ever. With more inventory coming on the market, buyers now have choices. The Sharp Homes team helps you stage, photograph, and present your home so it's qualified buyers remember and want to fight to buy your home. And the Sharp Homes team can also give you options. Do you want to skip the showings and open houses and go straight to sold? Well, contact them to discuss their instant offer program. In fact, contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Dawn Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. You can find them simply on Google. Just Google Sharp Homes team, and all kinds of great information about Dawn and her team will come up. Over 225 five-star Google reviews, and you'll see that in the last 12 months, Dawn and her team have sold over 150 homes, while the average agent sells just 4 per year. So check them out on Google with Sharp Homes Team. That's Sharp Homes Team, and start packing.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars, and you're going to love GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick it up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results. Faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Today, we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Designed for working adults, focused on the future. Classes start October 15th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 eastbound gets heavy past Prospect, just crawls over towards 23rd Street, getting into a construction zone where you're down to one lane. 71 northbound still rolling from 87th up towards Gregory. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
He's the Chiefs' all-time leading tackler and four-time Pro Bowler.
Derek Johnson picks it. He's up the right sideline, 30-yard line, 25, and down into Washington territory. Derek Johnson.
But to us, he's our forever linebacker.
I want to be battle tested. I want to go through some adversity. I want to go through some things where you say, "Oh man, we gotta figure this out."
Here's number 56, Derek Johnson, with Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
That's right. It's DJ time here on 96.5 The Fan with Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey, and Dusty Likens. It is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, member-owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you. DJ, I got to ask you rather than shoot, man. How bad do you want to put them pads on and join that fun yesterday on the defensive side of the unit there yesterday, my man?
Oh, man. so bad. It was kind of a, I don't know, it's a full circle moment, but I remember really, really fast during the second quarter where I think we got a couple turnovers and the crowd was going crazy, and I'm like, oh man, we're about to roll. I was just thinking, I know that sound. I know how that 12th man there is in Kansas City.
Yeah, it was loud. My wife was at the game yesterday. She came home. She goes, "That was as loud as I've heard it in a while, man." Like people were fired up for that game, and you walk out of that stadium yesterday with a big time win over a brand name opponent, whether they were injured or not. You had to play them, and you beat them, and you took care of business. It wasn't that you just won; it's how they won. That was, I thought, their most complete game since the first Taylor Swift game against the Bears a couple of years ago. Dusty said since the Christmas Day game against the Steelers. I just thought either way you look at it, it's their most complete game we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yesterday was I guess a moment where you say, all right, let's not overreact. Like we're still in control. And honestly, starting out 0-2, that's a panic moment. But these guys do not panic. They got high character. Andy knows what he's doing. Pat was unbelievable. Man, our defense, I mean, it's so many areas. Honestly, it was a pretty complete game, but, we still, didn't, I don't think we ran the ball as well. I don't think, third down could get better. Like certain stuff, like we're still on the rise and climax. And, I'm just proud of the guys, for getting 2-2 and getting back to even in the first quarter.
Yeah, speaking of climax, I think I did whenever I saw the stat line of Derrick Henry, 8 rushes, 46 yards. When you're on the defensive side of the unit and you start to go through the game, when you get off the field and your coaches and players are all talking, do you bring that up like, hey, they're not running the ball anymore, let's go to the different phase? Or do you still stick to what you know that you're supposed to do? Because they do this every year, DJ. When the Ravens play the Chiefs, it seems like Derrick Henry gets off to a good start, and then they just abandon the run. What does that mean to a defensive unit when you see that?
Well, I mean, you never know what's the game plan that they're wanting to do, but that's what I would hang my head on Derrick Henry. That's just he's a big horse back there, but being able to affect Lamar was huge. I mean, before he, went down with injury, they have a lot of injuries, but at the same time, I think we did a fantastic job on mixing up, affecting the quarterback, getting in third and long, making some negative plays for them. But I thought they would stay with the run a little bit, the Ravens, because of what's all going on. Maybe keep the ball out of Pat's hand at times, but man, they did us a favor when they started dropping back and when we started humming and bringing people and blitz them and started getting some turnovers.
You mentioned the mindset of Mahomes and that that winning mindset or however you phrased it that they have, right? And then you look across the sidelines and people are talking about maybe Lamar quit on his team yesterday and how bad really was the hamstring. They said, if he was if the game was closer, he probably would have stayed in. There were some of those rumors going around out there. As a guy who's on the team as a 53-man roster, you see what Patrick Mahomes does versus how Lamar does. How does that have an impact on the overall team?
Oh, my goodness. It's much different. Pat's energy and his there's moments in there that create momentum for the whole team, and it just permeates and bleeds throughout the whole team. Pat's the best player in the NFL. That's just what it is. So I mean, he checks a lot of boxes, and don't get me wrong, Lamar's great, but they got some issues over there, and I don't know. If somebody was, giving up or not, I won't go that far. But when you're in Kansas City, you're in Arrowhead, we can let the air out of you quick because it was 7-0, and I'm like, oh man, And then after that, we got rolling, and it was no contest.
I know that there's always like a scripted 15 plays, 10 plays, whatever it may be, and it's kind of, I don't know if it's ironic or if it's funny that they drove down that first drive you just mentioned, DJ. That they went down the first offensive possession, 4 first downs, ends with a touchdown, a strike in the end zone, and then all of a sudden it's like that's all Spags needs to see. And it's interesting to know like what you could do in the world of this game whenever you see this team give up a touchdown on the opening drive. You're like, damn, they looked really good. But then you go back to the rest of the game, they scored 13 points the rest of the game because it's like they show Spags this, and then he knows their tendencies, and he immediately adjusts. And I'm wondering to know, because of you being the defensive side guy, when you see that, like, obviously there's no panic if they go down there and score, they did their thing. And after that, it was just pressure, 3 sacks on Lamar Jackson, no more running yards for Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers, didn't really see much of him. Mark Andrews, didn't see any of him the rest of the game, really. What does it mean to the defensive unit when you see the fact that the offense is clicking, you've given up 7 points, and then you guys start to click?
Yeah, great question. When it comes to being able to adjust in the NFL, it's just at a premium level. Spags did that. Honestly, it's more about fans and other people that are watching the game when a team scores on the first drive. That's really not a panic moment because they're scripted. They did well that time, or maybe had some mistakes in there, whatever it is. But the real test is, hey, after the first drive or after the first couple series, how are we clicking now? Now they're going to get to what they usually do, what that whole week of preparation is, and Spags is in his bag again, and it was a sight to see for that defense to corral Lamar like they did. I was like, man, the decision making from Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson was totally different.
Do teams have to prepare for Spags more than they have to prepare for players on the Chiefs defense at this point?
I can say that. You would say that because he has a style of play, right? It's not just one person that you have to stop. Obviously, on the defensive line, you want to make sure you know where number 95 is, and 5'6" as well. But being able to know, like, hey, Spags, once he gets you in 3rd and long, he's gonna come after you. He's gonna blitz you. So we got to stay ahead of the chains and stuff like that. You have to be aware for him because Spags is definitely an identity on the Chiefs.
Yeah, you mentioned 95. I want to ask you, have you ever had anything like that? Like Chris Jones had his aunt obviously passing away, gets to the game about 25 minutes before it starts. Kind of just want to know, like, have you ever had to play with like emotion like that on your shoulders? Like, what does that do for somebody in that situation?
Yeah, that's tough. I did that. 2007, I think we played Denver. I had to fly to Denver. My dad had passed. He had just passed, and I went to the funeral, and I was with the family on Friday and Saturday, and that night I flew in to Denver. But it's always hard. You got a heavy heart, but actually during that time you actually need to be around your brothers, people that you see more than anybody, more than your family. And that's the real camaraderie that you have in the league. That's the thing that you miss being a retired player. You have that support group that's big time, and I mean it's genuine. And he gets to kind of forget about it for a few hours. Of course, grief comes and goes where you have to deal with that. But being able to intervene a couple hours at Arrowhead. I think that was a good thing.
Yeah, there is nothing better for grief than doing something, getting out there and having a normal day to make you forget about it, because if you sit around, it makes it worse, quite honestly. Yeah. Xavier Worthy, getting him back, man, was huge for this organization yesterday. We saw what probably would have been the game plan in week 1 against the Chargers. Having that guy back, man, that's the key to everything, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you got somebody that can run faster than everybody in the NFL, that seems to fare well when it comes to the vertical threat. And sometimes it's more of a decoy, right, to get other people open. But you definitely got to throw it down and see if he can go run up under the ball. And he can. It'd be hard to outthrow Xavier at times, but I'm glad to have him back. I mean, Andy Reid uses him in so many different ways. Our defenses are going to be scratching their head.
When you look at that play that Leo Chenal made when the game's 7-3, Baltimore's driving, then the game completely turns on its axis after that interception. What's that do for like a linebacker making a play like that?
That's big time. I was smiling ear to ear because we're in their world now. We know running backs are more athletic than us, or even tight ends are more athletic when it comes to catching the ball and being in space. But being able to get an interception, cover the guy up, plaster your guy, and then go look and go make a play on the ball. That's big time play. You go put that on the highlight film right after the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. And then also a clean game from the right tackle and Juwan Taylor. That's going to be an impressive thing to take away from this game as well.
Yeah, I think they're starting to gel. I think the offensive line needs the most camaraderie out of any group, and just because they got the most important job, and that's being able to protect the main guy, and that's Pat. And I'm sure Pat was. I mean, no interceptions, no turnovers. I mean, they were 4 for 4 on fourth down. I mean, everything. I mean, it's other than maybe running the ball a little bit more. I mean, we had a pretty good day yesterday.
No doubt about it. DJ, what about Jacksonville that scares you or anything now that this team is starting to gel?
No, not really. I don't think it. I just can't wait for the Chiefs to get back to what they do more consistently. Because, I mean, you hear so many talks after losing a couple games early, the Chiefs are this, and, this is not that, like, all that stuff, man. We're so good at getting out the distractions. And so it doesn't matter who we play. We play Chiefs ball, we'll be all right.
No doubt. DJ, we appreciate the time. We're excited. Next Monday night, we got a game, so nothing on Sunday. We get to kind of relax a little bit on Sunday and then take on Jacksonville on Monday night. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Go Chiefs.
Yes, sir. That is Derek Johnson there, former middle linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, and his interviews on 96.5. The Fan with us are brought to you by Community America Credit Union, member-owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you. Mac, take the show away.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. How about it? Victory Monday. One word. Let's start there. 37 points for the Kansas City Chiefs in a rout, a clinic, a dominant exhibition against the Ravens. 37-20. Chiefs win. One word.
Relax. That's what it was yesterday. A relaxing game for the first time, really for me, since that Bears game when Taylor first came, because Christmas Day wasn't relaxing. We were still fighting. We needed that win. I wasn't relaxed. Yesterday was the first time in a while you just kind of sat back, kicked back, and enjoyed the heck out of that game. That was just so much fun, but relax is the word that I will use.
Brioche would be my word yesterday. It was everything you wanted from all assets of the game, from special teams to defense to offense, and the cherry on top was Xavier Worthy coming back and being absolutely dominant and productive with jet sweeps to, go routes to over-the-shoulder catches to just doing his celebration, which is BBL Stinky. I'm
BBL Stinky.
I 100% think that's what it is. They love the show. They listen to the show. He does the BBL Stinky celebration. They all do it. So my one word would be brioche on that 37-20 victory.
It's not that all was brioche. The Giants beat the Chargers. Bob wasn't surprised.
I really like the Giants this week to beat the Chargers. I feel like this is a prime upset ready to happen. Right?
Are you marking this?
We marked it. Chargers L to Jackson Dart in his first start.
Mm-hmm. Elder, listen to him.
Yeah, I think that's my one word is my one word is huge. Obviously, you mentioned it earlier, guys. You said common opponents, right? Moving forward, you beat the Giants. They didn't beat the Giants. You're 2-2. They're 3-1. Gap closing, pressure immense coming to the Chargers side. Let's see if they can continue to be that team they've been this year. I'm not counting them out yet. They beat you week 1. Now you got to play them later on the season. You get them at home on that field you played it yesterday. They're beat up on the offensive line. I would assume that Alt's probably back by the time you play that game. It was diagnosed with a high ankle sprain.
Those suck, especially for an offensive lineman.
Sure, absolutely. But yeah, huge yesterday with that loss against the Giants. Welcome to the league, Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Got some legs, got an arm.
I hope his hammy's okay. We'll be following that all week. The Jackson Dart hamstring, because he did get a little tweak to his left hammy yesterday. And now he has no Malik Neighbors. So, I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah,
Quarterback draw and Cam Scattaboo. I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at. But you know what? Cam Scattaboo and Jackson Dart may save Brian Daboll's job, in New York.
Yeah.
And that was a big-time win yesterday. The win was great. I'm so excited that the Giants won that game yesterday. But more importantly, the biggest story is the Chargers and those linemen, man. 3 of your 5 positions are either at your second or third offensive lineman already this season.
Crazy.
And you know what? I'm just going to say this quietly but out loud. I'd give anything for Brian Burns on this defensive line.
Come on, man.
Nobody gives the Giants enough credit for making that trade 2 years ago with Carolina.
Great trade.
It's an unbelievable trade. That guy has a motor that just doesn't stop. I mean,
Abdul Carter looked great, too.
Abdul Carter had a day yesterday, too.
He fits the bill.
And then Dexter Lawrence gets the interception. We almost have a fat guy touchdown.
Oh, he was running, baby.
I mean, he was going.
Not only that, he tipped it and caught it.
It was great.
That was he's amazing.
He's a beast. He's an athlete, man. That defensive line for the Giants.
Elite. One thing that's not elite are the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward did not mince words yesterday after they dropped to 0-4. Here's the number 1 overall pick, rookie quarterback Cam Ward.
He's keeping it buck.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Mm-hmm.
So we 0-4. We have this one. We got nothing to lose. We dropped a quarter of our games, and we've yet to do anything. So we have to lock in, especially myself on the offensive line, from the defensive line, from the special teams to all 3 faces. We have to play together. We have not played together this year yet, and that's just something that we want to preach about it every day. Every day we got to do better. And we're doing that, but it has to show up on Sundays. It hasn't showed up yet, but it got to show up next week.
Honest. And it's good to hear that. And I use the word honest because we don't get honesty in sports a lot, right? Cliche. And then Cam Ward goes out here and says, we're ass, and tells everybody nobody wants to hear, the Tennessee fans that are still paying attention. Nobody wants to hear we're close. It's just a couple of, we all see what's going on out there. That team is gross. Again, with Borgonzi being down there, you got to fleece the Tennessee Titans at the trade deadline if you can get a running back out of the deal. We talked about Tony Pollard last week, a potential, add for this team. I like Cam Ward, man. I don't know if he can play at this level because he's surrounded by garbage. But I like the fact that as a rookie, he has owned this team.
Yeah.
He is owning this team, man. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they have to fire that head coach. They'll play the Cardinals this week coming up in Arizona. They are 8.5-point underdogs to Kyler Murray and that. So, I mean,
8.5 points to the Cardinals.
That's right.
Yikes.
They just got blanked by the Houston Texans. You get shut out in the NFL, you should be fired.
Yeah, you're an offensive-minded head coach.
And then you're starting to start fights with I'm not even going to say it, Ron.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to go there. Say it.
What was the question that he asked to get him to get angry like that? You're fighting with reporters.
Something
You're
about the offense, and he's, Callaghan.
Callis.
If his first name was Santa, it'd be Santa Callaghan.
Yeah.
Shout out Independence. Yeah, he's got to go. Got to move on. Borgazzi, that's not your guy. You know that. Get out of here. Save your quarterback, because hearing Cam Ward talk like that lets me know he doesn't give a rip, which means he's not out there defending anybody except telling you that it's complete ass BBL stinky.
I love it. I wish more athletes were honest like that, man. I don't care that he's a rookie.
Yeah, he didn't go out there and go, I got to be better. We're better than this.
No,
this team,
no.
This team can fight. No,
we suck.
Keeping it buck, we ass right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't work in a
dude.
6'7", too, to all that, man. Like, jeez.
All right, I want to get to the Royals and the Ryder Cup, but first, Cheryl Reeve, head coach of the Minnesota Lynx. She made headlines this weekend as far as the WNBA playoffs go, complaining about the officials. Yeah, she does not mince words either.
The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those three people semifinals playoff worthy is malpractice. We got players, Masha's on the glass and gets cracked, and there's no call. And all of them said, it wasn't my call. I don't know. I didn't have that. I didn't see it that way. They're awful.
Bravo.
Yeah.
We need more of that in sports. I'm tired of these officials being protected.
Yep.
We all have replay. We can all see what's going on out there. We all have our own eyes. Stop fining coaches and players for calling out the officials. Because when they're bad and they do impact the game and you're taking money out of other people's pocketbooks because the officials are out there doing whatever it is that they're doing that's not right, I don't blame her, man. Good for you.
Loved it.
You work your ass off all year, and then an official's going to make a call or do something that, isn't up to snuff like we're seeing in the WNBA. They've been bitching about the officials all year.
Yeah, they have.
They got to rectify that.
They do. They need to fix that.
And Caitlin Clark's not even playing. She hasn't played in 4
exactly.
months.
Yeah.
My one word would be honest. Good for her. Let it out. May your grievance be known. You're in the playoffs. Get it right. This is where everything's supposed to be crisp, defined, and right.
100%.
Yeah, it's one thing for the regular season. You got some schlubs out there, but when you get to the postseason, it's the best of the best.
Yeah. And it was pretty bad. I watched some of the highlights. I didn't watch the whole game, but I was like, damn, these are some bad no calls.
Hire people that care.
Yeah, seriously. One word on the Royals season, 82-80.
Good, not great, good. And for us here in Kansas City, we should be proud of that, man. It's only the 5th time in 25 years we've had an above 500 record, back-to-back seasons for the first time in a long time where we're above 500. Yeah, they said they were going to be a playoff team. They narrowly missed the postseason. Get your 2026 tickets now at Royals.com because they're going to reload this offseason, man. And to finish above 500, man, that's impressive. They've done it 2 years in a row, and it looks like this organization is on a really good track right now.
Yeah, I would say my one word would be moral, right? Moral season. You finished above 500. That was probably one of the third tiers in your rung. You wanted to probably win the Central. You wanted to be a playoff team. You wanted to finish above 500, have a winning record. You missed out on the 2 biggest ones, but you still came away with a winning season. You kept this team competitive until September 22nd. So again, back-to-back winning seasons. I thought they did fine, especially with all the adversities they faced this year. Now we'll see if Caglione can be that guy. We'll see if Carter Jensen, who hit a 482-foot tank yesterday, we'll see if he can continue that as well. We'll see what they do with Salvador Perez.
9th time they finished the season against the A's. Only the first time they've won the last game against Oakland or the A's or whatever city they're in. Right? That's from Kurt Nelson, our friend at the Royals Hall of Fame. 9 times we've ended the season with these guys. First time we've ever won the final game. So they got that, took care of business, got above 500, and you get some momentum now going into the offseason. 2 years in a row being a winning ball club. It matters.
No doubt. Coming up on the other side, we keep it buck. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to keep it buck here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Isaiah Pacheco, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I tell you what, if you're ready for something awesome, the sheet metal workers are ready for you as well. I've been talking to a lot of teachers at the local high schools and even to some of the folks over at the CU in the Major Leagues Foundation about the pre-apprenticeship program that is going on with the Sheet Metal Workers Union right here in Kansas City. It's a 15-month program, and you're going to start at $24.55 an hour, increasing to $27.27 an hour after 3 months. And during that time, you're going to receive family health coverage at no cost to the employee at all. And then once that's done, you're going to start making $30 per hour. And at Sheet Metal number 2, what they do a lot. They do industrial sheet metal, manual and computer-aided design and layout, shearing, bending, rolling, welding, and assembly. They do HVAC installation. They do HVAC service and repair, and they do architectural sheet metal as well. They created the top of Bartle Hall, the Kauffman Performing Arts Center, and that iconic crown at Kauffman Stadium. They've got career advancement opportunities as well. So get in touch with Smart Local 2 right now. They welcome everyone, from seasoned professionals to those with no experience. They offer career training, job security, and a path to advancement, all while providing the tools and support you need to succeed. For more information, check them out at sheetmetal2.org. That's sheetmetal2.org. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? You need Jay's Southland Tow Service. They have over 20 years of experience servicing the KC Metro. They specialize in light, medium, and heavy duty, as well as commercial transport and construction equipment. Keep this number handy, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments, Jay's Southland Tow Service. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
It's football season and snacking season, and nothing goes better with football and snacking better than Daisy Dips. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy ranch dip, and these are a game changer. From chips to wings to veggies, they all go better with Daisy Dips. And I love dipping pretzels into the Daisy French onion dip. It's amazing. And the best part, these are delicious as homemade dips because they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Dips at a grocery store near you.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Designed for working adults, focused on the future. Classes start October 15th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Chiefs checking for Community America is for real fans. Because real fans know tap to pay is the ultimate play. Zero fees mean you win with ease. And big savings at the team store means you can score more. And who doesn't love scoring more? Community America is invested in helping Chiefs fans step up their financial game. Get started today at communityamerica.com. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers, believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 eastbound gets heavy at Prospect, just crawls over towards 23rd Street, getting into a construction zone where you're down to one lane. Kansas side, things pretty slow, K10 eastbound. Off again, on again, heavy from Cedar Creek Parkway out towards Woodland with an earlier problem. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Diving right back into it, we'll get to Josh Klingler in about 45 minutes. He'll be joining the show at 8:30. The guy from the sideline that had probably the best view in the house yesterday. Plus, we'll get into the script at 8 o'clock. I'm interested to know how accurate we were.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I had 35-0. They got 37. They got 2 more points than I thought we'd get. I almost got the 35-0. But the 37's even better because that means you can go to Hy-Vee today. And here's I will be at Hy-Vee later on today. I'll see my man, Froman KJ, over there at 135th and Antioch. He's behind the fish counter. Tell him you want the salmon when you go into Hy-Vee. KJ, hook me up with that fillet of salmon, my man. He's in there. He's one of the great Chiefs fans. So today, you spend $37 at Hy-Vee, you'll get 37 cents off per gallon of gas on your fuel savers. And it gives you up to like 20 gallons of gas. 37 cents, 10 gallons is $3.70.
Dang.
Double it. 37 is what? You're almost saving $10 on a tank of gas, man. So get on into Hy-Vee today. Stock up on all the great stuff that they've got at Hy-Vee. Ooh, the Andy Reid cookie cake that they have. Patrick Mahomes is on a cookie. I like that. All your Chiefs gear, all your Chiefs merch. Today's the perfect day to get into Hy-Vee. So you're going to save 37 cents per gallon when you spend $37 at Hy-Vee. It's the savings add up, man. I love it.
They also have crab cakes at the seafood section, so if you really want to stick it to Baltimore, crab cakes and football.
What do we serve
That's
for
what
Jacksonville?
Fish.
Yeah.
Like, is it just grouper? That's like more Tampa than like what are we serving for Jacksonville?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's indigenous to North Florida?
Fried
old
food.
people.
Yeah.
Like,
was actually a really cool place to visit.
Jacksonville?
Oh, yeah.
Went there for the Super Bowl. We had to stay out in the middle of they weren't ready for it. People were staying on cruise ships. That's how limited it was with the hotels. But we did get to go to the 17th hole of the TPC at Sawgrass and take a shot. Went with a guy I used to work for. He hogged the course.
Great. So Chargers lose to the Giants yesterday. Denver plays Cincinnati tonight in the second leg of the Monday Night Fest. The Dolphins uniforms are going to be sick.
Are those real?
Yeah, they showed the
Heck
field
yeah,
yesterday
man.
getting painted.
It's awesome.
They look like the Miami Marlins.
Like B-Dub sent the text to me last night. It goes, these are awesome, man. And I woke up this morning, I saw it, and I go, is this like an AI design? Because my daughter yesterday sitting with me, and we're watching the game. She's like, can we do something different with the Chiefs uniforms? Like, what can we do? You know? And I said, no, probably not. So she went to AI and started designing new uniforms. She's like, they keep giving me the same one.
Yeah, not happening. So, again, you look at what happened yesterday for the Chiefs. The Chargers lost. The Bills struggled. But, again, could have known that, right? The Bills have been like multiple double-digit favorites in games this week. I think back-to-back weeks they were 12.5 against Miami, did not cover. They were 15.5-point favorites against New Orleans. Let's calm down a little bit with Buffalo. They're good.
1-12 are the combined records of the teams they've beaten.
Okay. Oh my God!
1-12,
and it gets
1-12,
and it continues to get easier.
Yep.
It will. They play New England this week though on Sunday Night Football. We'll see. They're finally going to play a team that has a decent defense.
A test.
But again, yeah, like I get it. Buffalo is the best team in the AFC right now, provenly so. But 15.5, 12.5, neither team had. They didn't cover either one of those games. I can almost guarantee you that. Old boy Kellen Moore in New Orleans locker room all week was like 15.5. That's what they think they're going to beat you by. We're not supposed to win this game. We're supposed to get our ass kicked. Let's not do that. Let's give them a game. And New Orleans did fight with Buffalo the entire game. Baltimore came into Kansas City yesterday, absolutely got their ass kicked. They march down the field, get up 7-0. Chiefs go down, get a field goal. They go back down the field. Leo Chenal gets the pick, and that's when I thought we were going to get the text of it being over.
No, it was too early in the game, right? It's you had to wait for that right moment. And I didn't even feel that comfortable after Lamar fumbled, but then I'm like, yeah, this is it, man. He fumbled in this situation, and the Chiefs got it back, and so you could say game over. But then it ended up being like a 6-point swing because that's when Butker missed, and then they got the ball back, and now all of a sudden it's a different ball game than you thought maybe going into the locker room, at halftime. But either way, they found a way to get the job done, and you beat the teams that are on your schedule. You keep a losing team losing. We've said that for a generation now on this show, and that's what they did. They kept the losing team losing. Baltimore's out of sorts right now, and I'm not here to give a free pass to Baltimore. They're professional football players. They suited up. They all got paychecks yesterday, and the Chiefs went out there and they took care of business, and it was a good day to do it because the Chargers started the day with that loss to the Giants, which, well, we all saw that one coming. I mean, I told you a week ago that was happening. So that was great. That jump started the day.
It did.
I think if you're a Chiefs fan yesterday, you saw that you got jump started yesterday a little bit, right?
Like, okay.
All right.
This is going to be a good day, maybe.
Yeah, and
Let's do this.
Then the Raiders were going neck and neck with the Bears for a while, which the Bears are a bad team too. And then the Bears get the block at the end. The Raiders end up losing that game yesterday, and then we'll see what happens tonight in the battle of I don't know what in Denver and Cincinnati. And
Big bundle of suck.
Yeah, it really is. Big bundle of suck in that one with the backup quarterback, and Bo Nix isn't playing that good this year, obviously. So I just thought everybody had a boost yesterday going into the game, and you felt pretty good. And, they gave up that early touchdown, and you're like, okay, here we go. That's Spags' defense. No big deal. And it was pretty much over after that. They turned on the Jets, and after that score, the Chiefs went on to beat them by a score of 37-13 or whatever. They outscored, Baltimore by, and they got that late touchdown at the end because Justice Hill didn't quit. He decided he was going to play the full game yesterday. Kudos to him for turning it on at the end and playing when it didn't matter because nobody else was doing that for Baltimore yesterday. But just a great win. Like there's nothing that's going to bring me down this week, right? I'm flying high this week, man. And I was feeling good last week too. I think more so better than probably everybody else in town. And then yesterday we saw what we've been wanting to see since training camp. And then it's even going to get better in 2 weeks when we get Rashee Rice back.
Signature dishes Jacksonville is known for: garlic crabs. Got to watch out for those. A seafood boil featuring crabs cooked in rich garlic butter sauce with sausage, corn, eggs, and potatoes. Camel Rider.
What?
A unique sandwich made with a pita stuffed with ham, salami, bologna, and other fillings, often served with a cherry limeade.
Okay.
That's odd.
Very weird.
That's odd, but
I like that, though, I guess.
Yeah, cherry limeades are
Cherry limeades are good.
But it's paired with a cherry lime.
Yeah, why is it?
I would probably get it stuffed with ham and salami. You can keep the bologna.
Yeah,
I don't know what
same.
the other fillings are. And then they have Mayport shrimp, a local delicacy from the historic fishing village of Mayport, known for its fresh seafood. Low country cuisine. Jacksonville also shares some culinary traditions with low country region, including dishes with barbecued pork, shrimp, and collard greens.
Yeah, some of those
Sign me up for that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Love collard greens.
There used to be a chef on Food Network. Cartier Brown was her name, Miss Brown, and she had this house out in the Low Country where they would do the set. It was cool, just the location, the food she would cook, all the seafood boils and the shrimp and all that kind of stuff. So if that's the kind of food they serve in Jacksonville, that's a hell of a way to tailgate, man.
Do you think yesterday the Harbaugh family, when they said, "Who's better than us?" Everyone.
Yeah, everyone. That was that conversation with John and Jim yesterday. How'd you do? How'd you do?
I wonder if Jim Harbaugh left the game and was like, "Man, that Jackson Dart guy's good." Hey, Justin, how you doing? Hey,
He's
what's
like
going
a
on?
snowflake where you look up in the sky and there's not many Jackson Darts out there.
No doubt about it. Yeah, both Harbaugh brothers lose yesterday. Chargers lose. Ravens lose. I hope Spags just absolutely brings the same system he had against Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson against Trevor Lawrence, because those two guys miles ahead of Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is going to see ghosts.
Because you know what he did? He forgot where Brian Thomas Jr. is on the field, and they just banked on Travis Etienne yesterday, who's been good this year and tooting. But there's going to be a lot of tooting if they can get into Trevor Lawrence's mind the way Steve Spagnuolo. Plus, they get an extra day. So everybody in Kansas City gets to relax with their family, stay at home, do all that sort of stuff, and then they'll hit the ground running because everything is, what do we do this again?
No, Wednesday is Thursday.
Thursday
right.
is Friday.
Yeah. Wait, no. No. Today is Sunday.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Monday. Wednesday is Tuesday. Thursday is Wednesday. Friday is Thursday.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, everything's a day. Exactly. That's the way it is. You're going to hear Andy say, well, today's a Sunday, and that's these guys.
Hello, America.
That's right. That's right. Coming up on the other side, we visit the script and the parlay, and then Josh Klingler at 8:30 here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and that cool weather's moving in, that hot weather's moving out, but keep it hot in the bedroom. And if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, just remember that ED is nothing more than a medical condition. Studies show that around 50% of men over the age of 50 have some form of the condition, and young men can be affected by ED as well. But what you may not know is that ED stems from a variety of causes, and these often call for differing treatment strategies. And that's what Heartland Men's Health does. Heartland Men's Health treatments work when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So, if ED has been affecting your intimacy, schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider and a T and PSA test. And if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call my friends at Heartland Men's Health today at 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD score wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Brought to you by Duke's Mayonnaise.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. Missouri side 70 eastbound gets heavy past Prospect, crawls over towards 23rd Street. With construction, you're down to one lane. The world's coming to Kansas City, and 2026 is your parking lot ready. Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Hey, it's Trent McDuffie. The Chiefs Radio Network pregame show starts 3 hours before kickoff right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
I think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Classic. We are back.
It just seems like things are difficult for the Chiefs right now on offense, and they have a much better defense statistically than the Ravens do right now, but I just think the Ravens are a much better football team, and I think that'll show up on Sunday.
The Chiefs will be fine. They are just not fine now. Then you come into a game and you've got questions about the Chiefs offense, the Chiefs defense, and the Ravens defense. Which thing did I leave out there? Oh, the Ravens offense. The Ravens offensive ranks compared to the Chiefs offensive ranks, I just simply do not think the Chiefs can keep up in this game. It's that simple. So the Ravens will cover 2.5 points because they're going to hang 27 on the board. Do we honestly feel confident that a Chiefs team is ready to put 30 points up on Baltimore based on what we've seen from them this year? I'm not talking about championship pedigree. I'm not talking about 5 years ago. I'm talking about what we're seeing from the Chiefs right now. They're not prepared to win a shootout.
Ravens have dropped like 40, 42, and 30. I think if the Chiefs tried to score 30 points right now, it would take 8 games.
Kansas City is anything but dominant on the ground. And then on the other side of the ball, the Ravens offense is the best unit in this game. I do think Lamar is going to have success against this Chiefs defense. I expect them to play a lot of zone. I think that they will send pressure less than they normally do. That's what Cesar Molo did last time he played Lamar, only a 23% blitz rate, play coverage. And I think Baltimore and Lamar Jackson will be patient, willing to work underneath, play action, passing, attack, 2 tight ends on the field. So I think this offense will have a bounce-back game, and I think that the Ravens have a chance to pull out the win.
I'll tell you what won't work, stupid.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, that was swings and misses all over the joint by the Nationals, huh?
Mm-hmm. Chiefs can't put up 30 points. Well, they put up 37, you're right.
Yeah, stay glued to Red Zone and don't watch the games and see how these games are happening right before your eyes, right? Chiefs are no good. It's going to take them 8 weeks to put up 30 points. Who said that one?
That was Pat McAfee guy?
Yeah.
It's one of the guys on Pat McAfee's show.
Is it Boston Connor?
Yes, I think that guy. Yes.
Okay. I wish we had that audio of that kid. It's like, oh, and by the way, F you, Boston Connor.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
So good.
It's so good. It's so
feels good.
Yes, it does. It's so good to sit back today and go, man, that was just one hell of a fun win, right? I mean, so good to see that team win yesterday, man. It was awesome. That was fun. It was fun. It was relaxing. It was enjoyable. It was all of those things that you want. Like, dudes were mowing their lawn in my hood yesterday in the third quarter, man. That's how that game was.
Yeah.
People were mowing late in the third quarter yesterday.
Yeah, I did all that Saturday before the concert. But that was crazy to see that offense click, to see how much of an impact Xavier Worthy can be because, again, my mind always wants some more, right? That's what we always want, like Ryback, feed me more. And you see what it does with Xavier Worthy coming back, and then, of course, immediately I'm going, well, what's it going to look like when they have Worthy and Rice back? You know what I mean?
Ooh, best offense in the
Sound
league.
like Rex Hudler telling Salvi to get on his horse.
Or Rex Ryan looking at feet. Either way, it's the same noise.
I'm just here for the bang is what Rex Ryan's shirt once
Oh, my
said.
God. No, he did not.
Remember we did that on the 4th of July?
Oh,
So
that's right.
I'm
That's
just here to bang and his 2 girls on his arms.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking of old school when the guy shows up at the door.
Oh,
you know, I thought he had a shirt on that said that.
That's Andy Dick.
My dad just met Rex. Great guy. He said he was super nice.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
hanging
he
out.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep him away from your wife's feet.
Yeah.
All
you
right,
away from Jerry
let's
Glanville.
see how accurate we were.
Gone back and forth on this all week, but the Chiefs are not losing 2 home games in a row, especially as underdogs. So this is the most complete we're going to have seen this offense, not only from a roster perspective, but from actually on the field play perspective. We've seen Tyquan get involved. Xavier's back. This run defense is porous. We're going to see some good runs from both Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Xavier Worthy's going to score. Pacheco's going to score. The defense is not going to be as good necessarily as people want it to be because Lamar is a cheat code. And so I wanted to get people prepared for that. Derrick Henry's not going to fumble every game. He's not going to fumble this Sunday. But the Chiefs will win in a tight game. They'll have to drive down the field at the end of the game to win it. Kelce will catch 2 clutch passes. The Chiefs will win 24-20.
So for me, the second half of last week's game was the breakthrough that the Chiefs needed on offense, and now they get to add Worthy back into the mix. You heard Mitch talk about that as well. That first drive in the second half was imperative for this team. The Chiefs will be playing with extra juice having Xavier Worthy back, and it opens up so much. We'll see the running game work. We'll see over 100 yards for the Chiefs, not counting Patrick Mahomes' rushing yards for this organization. Worthy will have a 45-yard or more reception and score, and Travis gets back into the end zone as well, atoning for the drop INT versus the Eagles 2 weeks ago. He needs to show big in this game. He had a rough one last week, had a rough one the week before. It's time to show up big for this game. No more yelling on the sidelines. Go out there, use that energy, and produce. The defense, I do believe they will force Henry to fumble. Chiefs win this game 35-0.
In the words of the great Jim Ross, I think this game is going to be a real slobber knocker. I think that the Chiefs get Thornton and Worthy going early. How they use Xavier will be interesting. Like, is he ready to get live action? Or is he just going to be a decoy? I'm yet to decide on what I think that's actually going to be, but we will see in this game. We find out early because Andy will always tell us in the plays, right? We know when he gets a new guy in his offense, the first ball goes right to him. When he gets a guy back, we're going to see if he's ready to go at Arrowhead on Sunday. Mahomes looks real good, I think, in this game. And has all these Norwalls out there talking garbage that, he's taking a tier down. This is Josh Allen. This is his league now. This is not Mahomes is dominant anymore. Well, it's time to put those people to bed and be quiet. I think the Chiefs D has a big turnover late in this game. What that turnover is, I don't know, but time will tell. And I see this one as I like it, 28-20 Ravens. What? Just kidding. I've got it 28-20 Chiefs in this game. So not bad.
Hey.
Not bad. Worthy was found early.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kelce was big in this game. Worthy did have a run that Bob called. It was 37 yards, his longest receiving catch was 37 yards, close to 40. They did run for 100 yards with Worthy, Pacheco, and Hunt and Smith.
113 if you take Mahomes' number out of 3 or 5. That's what it was. 118 total rushing yards. Take Mahomes' out, you're still over 100.
Mahomes only sacked one
God,
time.
I had a good weekend. Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, right?
It's nice. It's nice.
I don't know if Kelce was big. 5, is that big? What do you guys
for
think?
him? No, that's big now. And also, like, the context of those catches were all big. Third downs, need someone. Hey,
Right.
we've only scored 2 field goals on our 2 drives. We need a touchdown. Here's Kelce.
Right.
Like, that's what it felt like.
It did. It felt like he was there when you needed him, right? Like, if you look at the stats, 5 of 48, he's washed. But then you watch the game and you see what he did. You're like, oh, he was big.
He's good. Yes.
He was big. This is where the stat thing kind of gets in the way of what reality was, because those are 48 yards that, everybody wants 100 yards every single game for everybody, right? But those 48 were big yards, and he was there when Mahomes needed him. And you talked about earlier, Mac, that floater.
Oh, it was so good. It was
so
perfect.
pretty.
He just knew where he was going to be, man. It felt old school. That felt like, all right, that connection, it never left.
The Lamar fumble was in the third quarter, right?
No, I think that was before halftime. Wasn't that the one before halftime? And then they tried the field goal and missed the field goal, and then
oh yeah, well, I think that might have been it. Yeah,
they got 6 points off turnovers.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I watched the highlights again after just because I wanted to.
You wanted to stay in it and continue to watch. Yeah.
I did.
I
haven't done
watched
that in a minute.
Well, that's the funny thing. See, I'm the same way. Like, I haven't watched much of the football show on NBC because that show sucks. I mean, that's just a train wreck from top to bottom. That show, they should be embarrassed that they roll that thing out there on NBC. That thing just blows. But I watched it because I wanted to see the highlights. I was flipping around to, on the box, going to different stations to see what kind of highlights they were showing in the game. How Baltimore was like. I was in last night.
It had to have been the second half, right? Because I sent you it's over text yet is wild. And I said that at 4:46.
That must have been
well, 3:25 start though.
Never heard of him.
Yeah,
we can look.
Yeah,
we were close on the parlay. We were close. Kelce just got to score some touchdowns.
Yeah, he'll get there.
Happen. I should have lost mine. Pacheco 35. I had him at over 34.5.
Yeah, you had 34.5. You finished with 35. I had the Chiefs on the money line. I ain't done.
Let's go. Yep. Yeah, Pacheco is officially I think he played under 40% of the snaps yesterday. Brashard Smith was near 30% of the snaps yesterday.
He fumbled. He fumbled in the with 1:41 to go in the half.
In the half, there we go. Yeah, so in the half, not close to the end of the game, but yeah. So I mean, look, you took advantage of the turnovers. You won the point differential on turnovers. You made Lamar Jackson look like a rookie all over again. That goes to Spags. The offense looked like they were having fun. That goes to the offensive coordinator and the head coach and Matt Nagy and Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Everybody played their role perfectly yesterday on the offensive side, minus Isaiah Pacheco and Harrison Butker.
And I think you nailed it. Fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
They had fun yesterday.
I will say, I know we'll probably touch on Butker later. I think I'm the only one in KC who's not like out on him or
no,
like.
I don't think you are.
I'm not out on him.
Okay, good. Okay. It just feels like everyone's
I'm very
like
concerned.
Yeah.
I will say he's got the distance. The distance is there. Like that has not left. And that to me makes me feel like, okay, he can get the accuracy back. If once you lose the distance, it's like, all right, it's over.
Yeah, I don't know which one is more concerning, the distance or the accuracy.
You
see, I think, look, kickers in the game today now, they're a dime a dozen to kick a 55-yard field goal anymore.
I can trust Mahomes to get to 35. Can I trust Harrison Butker to put between the uprights?
I know he's going to get it there distance-wise, accuracy-wise.
No. He made a 59er this year, but it was off the upright.
Yeah,
but.
I mean, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely concerning.
It is.
That's for sure. We will get to Josh Klingler in about 15 minutes or so, but playoff baseball is right around the corner. Josh Ferner at 9 o'clock, and it's a huge day for Andy Reid. We explain all of that coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is George Karlaftis, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics are going to help you feel better. And you're thinking to yourself, Bob, how do you know that? Well, I know that because thousands of people nationwide have used QC Kinetics, and thousands of people nationwide are feeling awesome right now. That's why QC Kinetics is so successful, because they look beyond the traditional medicine. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting that lasting relief using advanced cellular level treatments. It's QC Kinetics regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast and all natural, no downtime. So if your back or your knees or your shoulder hurt all the time, explore your options. Be smart. Don't tell them you need more surgery or pills and that's your only choice. No. Call QC Kinetics now and get a free consultation and exercise your freedom to look beyond the same old solutions. Call them now, 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Appointments available on Saturdays off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. It's QC Kinetics.
Hey, it's Rex here with RexBuysKC.com, your local KC home buyer. If you own a property in the Kansas City or surrounding area and want to sell it fast and at a fair price, write this number down, 816-330-6000. I'm a private real estate investor, not some hedge fund or large national chain. My family and I live right here in KC. I can pay cash and close on your timeline, even in as little as 3 days. Here at RexBuysKC.com, we are improving Kansas City one house at a time. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, foreclosure houses, behind in payment houses, my tenant won't pay the rent houses, and properties that need complete rehabs. Do you own a house that's trashed and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at this number, 816-330-6000. That's 816-330-6000, or go to RexBuysKC.com. That's RexBuysKC.com, and I look forward to working with you.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start October 15th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
At Busey, banking is about more than numbers. It's about relationships. For over 150 years, we've been helping individuals, families, and businesses reach their goals with personalized service and local decision-making. Whether you're opening your first account or planning your next big move, we're here with the tools and support to help you move forward with confidence. Busey Bank, your partner for life's moments, both big and small. Member FDIC.
Numerous brands to choose from, endless options, one incredible experience. At Aristocrat Motors, we treat every driver like royalty and offer the finest luxury vehicle experience in Kansas City. Come see us today and let us roll out the red carpet for you.
You could be on the 50 at GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Enter to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 70 eastbound gets pretty heavy at Prospect, stays very slow, just crawling along down towards 23rd Street with construction. You're down to one lane. Heading 470 eastbound, things heavy around Blue Ridge Boulevard, and in Grandview, 49 northbound, pretty slow around 140th Street with an accident. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
They're going to bring it on an end around. Xavier Worthy needs a block. He gets one, now two, at the 40. He's at the 30, turning on the speed, and then out of bounds as the angle gets cut down by Roquan Smith, the three-time Pro Bowler. An end around. Did I say it's great to have Xavier Worthy back? That's a 35-yard end around on first down to the Raven 21.
Tell him, Mitch. Victory Monday, 37-20. How you doing, Kansas City? How you doing? I know that I'm hard. Better believe it.
Everybody should be in a good mood.
Hell yeah, man. Couldn't ask for a better victory from the Chiefs yesterday as they beat the Ravens 37-20. Victory Monday, everybody goes and says, "Oh, I can watch TV again of the highlights." Yes. Well, you could have done it last week too. The Chiefs have now, what is that, 59-29. That is a 30-point differential in 2 weeks.
That's a hell of a differential right there, man.
I mean, that's where you judge teams. Mm-hmm. Like that's. Like, if you want to see a real big point differential, go look and see what the Kansas City Current are doing to other teams.
Oh, my God.
It's insane. It's soccer, by the way, where games are normally 1-0 or 2-1. The point differential for the Current is nasty. The Chiefs' point differential in the last 2 weeks, they've scored 40. They've scored 59. They've given up 29. That's real easy math, even for your boy who's an idiot, doesn't know what he's talking about. 30-point differential in 2 weeks.
That's great.
That's where you got to go. And now you play a Jacksonville team that I think we're all smart people. I think we can all look at the tape and be like, there's no business losing this game on Monday night to the Jacksonville Jaguars where the Chiefs are favored by 3.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about Jacksonville, quite honestly, because they haven't played anybody good. So it's hard to get a real read on whether or not they're any good. Obviously, you're going to have to stop the running back a little bit and figure him out. I'm not scared by the quarterback, and the coach doesn't really freak me out at this point in time either. I love
he freaks me out.
Well,
not.
yeah, yes, he's weird. He wants to fight Robert Saleh.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, you want to fight Robert Saleh on the sideline, you got to have a screw loose because Robert Saleh will kick your ass, man. I don't care who you are. Your ass is getting kicked by Robert Saleh.
Him or Dan Campbell, that'd be a good brawl.
Now, that should be the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Right? If Campbell and Saleh aren't in the Super Bowl, let's have a boxing match.
I also don't disagree with what Liam Cohen did.
I don't either.
You
Hell
said
no.
I cheated, and then you went on the sideline after you beat him and said,
suck it.
Put that in your brain. Huh? How about that, Robert Saleh?
Yeah.
You're not a head coach. I am. Get bent.
Robert Saleh was accusing but Jacksonville stealing signals and stuff like that all week, I guess. And
You really the guy that goes, Duval, is that smart enough to see what signals are?
Yeah.
And if they
Get bent.
do better, Robert Saleh. Like, sorry, I know that the sky is falling in San Francisco with every single injury that keeps amounting to them. And you lost your first game and you showed up like an ass. Like, I disagree with Robert Saleh at the end of that game. Like, if you're going to accuse somebody, then if you're going to walk it, go talk it, right? Don't just slap your gums and have a bunch of, words that come out. Then at the end of it, like, oh, I bet you don't want to fight me. Yeah, I don't.
You don't? No, I don't. Yeah. You're a psychotic football coach that's ripped.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers was right.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
816.
That's a good point, Dusty.
816 says, don't forget Vrabel. He'll rip your head off. Yeah, that's the
that's
trio.
the number one guy.
Yeah.
That's Vrabel's number one
That might be.
heavyweight undisputed champ of any coach I don't want to fight.
Because he's got crazy in him.
Also, don't sleep on Mike Tomlin, dude. Like, I don't know about. I mean, Mike Tomlin might be one of those guys where you're like,
Flip
hey,
a
man, then
switch.
bam.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin would. Yeah,
He's scary.
He'd F you up too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Trying to think who else is out there. Oh, D'Amico Ryans. I'm not messing with
that's a
D'Amico.
good
That's
one.
a former defensive player.
I feel like Jim Harbaugh would
absolutely.
be the guy that'd be absolutely bloody in the face, be like,
Oh,
is that all you
100%.
got?
No, he'd be Rocky sitting in the corner. That's all you got. I got Herbert.
Locked, cocked, and ready to rock.
I just feel like there's a lot of insecurities with Robert Saleh. I don't know what
Well,
it
I
is.
think a lot of people in sports have insecurities, though. I mean,
age.
they're told that they're not going to be any good. They got to work hard, busted, always out there trying to prove everybody wrong. Yeah, I would imagine there's a lot of people that are insecure. Well, one guy who's not is Andy, obviously.
I was about to say, not Andy. And
Not
he proved
Andy.
everyone wrong yesterday. That was a big game for him, in my opinion.
I thought so too, and I think when you're a guy that's comfortable in their skin with who they are, and you've been around the block long enough, you don't care anymore about what people think. You have nothing to prove to anybody. And yesterday, Andy coached his 200th game as a Chief, and he's 145-55 in the regular season in his 200 games as head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
That's incredible.
And you kind of look at what he's done over the course of his career. He coached 240 games in Philadelphia, and I've been telling people for the last couple of years now, we're very close to having an NFL player who didn't know that Andy Reid was the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. We may have an NFL player. I mean, we got guys that can't line up on sides. So we may have an NFL player that doesn't know that Andy Reid coached the Philadelphia Eagles. 40 more games in Philadelphia than he has here in Kansas City, and he has 11 playoff appearances in Kansas City, only 9 in Philadelphia.
Pat Mahomes.
So do you realize he's got 5 Super Bowls here, 1 in Philadelphia. Andy Reid essentially has had 2 Hall of Fame careers. His career is a Hall of Fame career in Philadelphia. Not as great, but he's still a Hall of Fame coach in Philadelphia. And now he's a Hall of Fame coach here in Kansas City. And that's remarkable. To see a guy like Andy Reid have 2 separate Hall of Fame careers in the NFL as a head coach, that's just stupid.
Incredible.
Does Parcells get that?
I don't think so, no. He didn't
Not
win
New
anywhere
York.
else. He did take the Patriots to the Super Bowl. But, the Dallas thing was a mess. He did with the Jets. Like
The Giants, he was great.
He was great with the Giants. He was good everywhere else.
Yeah, that's fair. This comes from Chuck Hogg Norris on Twitter or X.
I heard of him.
Supposedly has a hamstring injury, but it's not even on his hamstring. Lamar Jackson quit. There's like a picture of Lamar Jackson wrapped up, what you said earlier, with the ice pack on the back of the knee.
Yeah, did you see that ice pack?
Yeah. I'm like, wait. Hey, look, I will say this.
joke.
To be fair, it was 37-13.
Yeah,
They were getting
absolutely.
their ass kicked, and there was 4:55 left.
But when he went out of the game, what was it?
It was 30 to
13?
Yeah, I
so a
think so.
17-point game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
the picture on X from CBS is 37-13, 4:55 left, and he's got a wrap around his knee and on the back side of his knee. I mean, hey, look, man, if you want to wave the white flag, I have no issues with that.
I don't either, but the coach should have pulled
us.
him. Yeah, just say, look, man, I pulled him out of the game. We're getting our ass kicked. I didn't want to get him hurt. We've got, 13 more of these to go in this whole thing. But
their next two games, I believe, are the Texans and the Rams. Yes, the Texans and the Rams.
That's right.
Not gimmies.
No, they're not.
And maybe the Texans figured something out. Now, they played those Tennessee Titans, and they are the worst team in the NFL.
But sometimes just seeing the success and realizing the success carries you.
CJ had that deep ball back. He said even after the game that he's having the same issues that they did to Mahomes. They're playing shell zone defense against them. He's got to figure out how to nip and tuck all below it instead of going deep to Nico all the time.
I didn't hear
they're
that.
just taking away Nico. And then now they're like, if you want to figure it out, you can throw these little underpasses and try to do it. And so now they're trying to figure that out. Plus, his offensive line sucks.
Oh, God, it's
your hamstring goes across the back of your knee. Thanks, bud. I do want to say this, though, because yesterday's game from an offensive standpoint was great, but from a defensive standpoint, it was better. Am I wrong about that?
They're both amazing. I don't know.
Both amazing. I love the offense. Yes. We needed that.
But we
yesterday.
knew what we had on offense. We knew, at least here,
I get
we
what
knew
you're
if
saying.
Worthy was
Yes.
back, it was going to move better.
Yeah, I agree.
We know what Travis Kelce is. We know what Holly Brown and Tyquan.
I had more confidence.
I don't think anybody knew it was going to be that good, though.
But that was like Lamar Jackson drove down the field on the first drive and shoved it to us. I mean, it was like, okay, here's that slobber knocker I was talking about, and then it was gone.
Good done. That was it. They didn't show up the rest of the way. And
Derrick
that's why
Henry ran the ball 8 times.
Going off script, man. You get these quarterbacks off script in the NFL. It's Mahomes and Josh Allen. They're really the only two that are effective off the script.
I'd give Spags more credit than what you're. I mean, that sounds like Lamar sucks. No, like Spags.
Oh no, it's not.
Lamar's great. Lamar
was great on the script. He went off the script, and immediately it was over for them. And yes, obviously Spags. But I just watch these quarterbacks like Caleb Williams. When he went off the script, he's terrible. When he goes off the, you just see it a lot now, more in the NFL, where everybody has a really good first drive, and then it's a cluster after that. Right? Not a lot of these guys. We've got one that can truly play once the first 15 are done.
I think the other thing too is that the result of this game is exactly what everyone in the national media said it would be when it came to the scenarios. If the Chiefs win, they are back. This team looks like they could be a potential, Super Bowl candidate again. Let's see what happens. Xavier Worthy's going to play. And if the Ravens lose, is it trouble in paradise with John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson? Today, a lot of shows are saying, what's going on with Baltimore? This is their worst start since 2015. Are they getting tired of the John Harbaugh stuff? Are they getting tired of this? The defense is trash. The offense can't sustain what the defense is giving up. And we saw that yesterday. The Baltimore Ravens offense came out, knocked up 7. Chiefs got 3. Baltimore came back, threw an interception. Chiefs get the ball, get 3 points. All of a sudden, the Chiefs just didn't go away, and Baltimore couldn't close out anything. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't give the ball to their best player, Lamar Jackson. They couldn't give the ball to their best wide receiver, Zay Flowers. They stopped running the ball with one of the best running backs we've seen in the last decade, Derrick Henry. They didn't do it. They turned the ball over 3 times. Lamar Jackson fumbled. Lamar Jackson threw an interception, and then I think that may be the only turnovers. But again, this is exactly what we thought it would be. If the Chiefs won, which they did, and they won in dramatic fashion in 37-20, now everybody's going, well, they get Rice back in 2 weeks. They play Jacksonville. Sure, they're going to have a tough one against Detroit. That's 2 weeks away. They've got Jacksonville next week. Then all of a sudden they're above 500 if they win that game. And the Chargers lost yesterday. And then you look at the Ravens. Big time trouble in paradise.
Well, there is, but I think John Harbaugh kind of falls into that same category as Andy Reid of coaches we kind of just take for granted and expect them to go out there and just win all the time. And then when they suffer a couple of losses, everybody starts to kind of freak out. I think John Harbaugh is still a good football coach, but his team is just decimated by injury right now. And that's what even Andy said after the game. I know they're boys and everything, and he's going to defend his guy, but they're decimated by injuries right now. I don't think this is an indication of John Harbaugh being a bad football coach or it's time to move on. I don't know anybody that could recover from the MASH unit that was out there for Baltimore yesterday.
What this guy see from the sidelines. Hit it, Mac.
He's traded sleep for tennis elbow and Bob for high school kids.
That's Josh Klingler.
But he's still the best in the business down there on the sidelines.
Let's go to the sideline. There's Josh Klingler.
It's Watson. Yeah, twice tonight. Justin Watson gets the big play. Jalen Watson gets the big play.
Here's Chiefs Radio Network sideline reporter Josh Klingler with Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
That's right. It's a Monday, 8:30. That means our guy, Josh Klingler, joins us. And, before he does, Kling, I think we saw a really good game from Patrick Mahomes. I mean,
Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday? Was that his best performance ever?
what say you, Josh Klingler? Was that his best performance ever or best performance since when?
Yeah, I was trying to think of since when, because I thought yesterday he was amazing. Like, just kind of completely in command, kind of put the ball wherever he wanted to, seemingly had everybody open at some point in time as he went through his progressions. I thought he was terrific yesterday. And, there's a lot of games where you kind of look, and Pat does his thing and you kind of move on and you take it for granted a little bit. But I thought yesterday he was spectacular. Now, granted, Baltimore was decimated on defense, as you guys have been talking about with the injuries, but I don't think it takes away from what they were able to diagnose and dial up and get to offensively yesterday. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know the win, but it's been a while since I think I've seen him play like that.
I think for me it was the Bears game, Taylor's first game in Kansas City, Josh, a couple of years ago. That when they put up 41, that to me is the last wow moment.
Did we even watch that game? I don't remember. I thought everybody was looking towards the stand.
We were watching Taylor most of the time, yeah.
I think I was watching the photographers shoot pictures, try to shoot pictures of the field and then turn around and shoot like 10 photos to the suite. Yeah. So, and then figure out if using that popcorn machine. But, yeah, I mean, I thought that the way that they, got the ball around the field, I think Xavier Worthy's presence obviously helped with that regard and made that offense look a lot smoother. But I thought Patrick was fully in command. I thought the offensive line did a good job of keeping him clean, and that's what this offense can be if all the parts are running as they should.
Yeah, and Xavier Worthy, man, he's just that's what we should have saw in Brazil on week 1.
Yeah, and I asked Juju Smith-Schuster about it after the game, and I thought, okay, well, I probably won't get this answer because this feels like a you're not in their answer. This is a 10,000-foot answer. But I'm like, his presence makes it different, right? And he's shaking his head and said, absolutely. So it opens up everything. They have to respect the deep presence. You get a change in the safeties. It just opens up the field and unlocks a lot of things that they're trying to do. So not that it's down to one player for this offense, but one player can really make a difference in unlocking things. And then obviously they target him a lot too. They weren't shy about getting him the football yesterday, but just his presence is one thing, and then also his productivity when he's getting the ball is another.
Yeah, when you look at productivity and getting the ball, obviously we used to see in Travis Kelce, number 87 on the field, getting 6, 7, 8 catches a game, 115. But yesterday was a nice, methodical, veteran style of play. Did you see a lot of that yourself? Like as you watch the game develop, Kling, when you're seeing, all right, this is what we need to see from the tight end in year 13.
Yeah, that's what I felt. It kind of just dawned on me. Like, I feel like it's okay for Travis Kelce to just be a normal NFL tight end right now. He doesn't have to be the super tight end that we've had. Mm-hmm. That he's towards the tail end of his career. Just get him the ball and get 7 yards, or get him the ball on third down and get a first down. He knows how to get himself in space. He's probably not going to break away a lot of times, although we did see him have the long touchdown already this season. But if he's just the guy that works the middle of the field and gets you chunks, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be a back-breaking, 20, 30-yard play all the time. Just give me 7. Just be a regular NFL tight end, and I think within this offense, that's going to be good enough. And then there are going to be times where Patrick finds him as a security blanket. I think he threw a couple of really good plays to him yesterday again, where he just knows where Travis is at and can do those types of things. But I don't know that you have to put everything on him. I think there'll be certain games where he'll be more of a factor. But if he's just a regular tight end that gets open, middle of the field, gets first downs at this stage in his career, I think that's more than okay.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that, especially when you have Worthy and then Rice coming back. And yesterday we saw Brashard Smith kind of stepping up a little bit. It was fun to see him get involved in the offense.
Yeah, and it sounded like that was kind of a portion of practice last week, that it was like more and more. You saw like a little sprinkle of it last week when they kind of gave him, one of the Worthy, I guess, end-arounds that Worthy's getting back now, clearly, because he's really good at doing that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But just using him kind of more and more. He wasn't in on the first kickoff, and I thought, okay, that means he's probably going to get a few more looks on offense, and he has. His ability to split out, I think, has been good. So, no, you're continuing to add pieces. Worthy if Worthy stays healthy and Rice comes back, you've seen Tyquan Thornton now not just be a vertical threat, but be able to run other routes and get himself in position and be a guy in the red zone. That's a lot of pieces to get the football to. So it's going to be fun to watch them do that. I think the offense is going to be just fine. Give the quarterback enough time. He's going to have enough parts to be able to get the football to.
Yeah, you look at yesterday's game with Lamar Jackson exiting the game due to what they said was a hamstring injury. You're obviously down there. It was wrapped up, ice pack, whatever on it. Was that more so like it didn't feel right, or this one's over, white flag, Cooper Rush, go finish up the slot pit?
That's what it felt like to me. And then the coach's cryptic answers after the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think John Harbaugh really helped the situation. It was weird, guys, because, one, no one saw what happened. Suddenly he's just sitting on the bench, and he's sitting on the bench by himself, no trainers around, no players are talking to him. He's just sitting. At one point in time, Harbaugh did finally come over, but I was kind of just watching him and the interactions, and no one was around him. And suddenly Cooper Rush is up and with the first-team offense, and he's out there. And it was weird. Like, okay, did he have a mystery hamstring? Did they pull the plug? It didn't seem like they really pulled the plug. That he might have pulled the plug, which is indeed interesting. I'm not going to make proclamations that he did this or did that, but I think it's a situation to watch, and I'm guessing it will be around the NFL, especially after the game when John Harbaugh says, I don't know when he got injured. I don't know the extent of the injury, and I don't know if he could have come back in if it was close. What? Like, help the guy out a little bit if you're trying to defend him. So I think it's one of many questions the Ravens are going to have to answer. Obviously, they have more questions than Lamar Jackson. Their injury situation is a mess, and their defense wasn't good before the injuries, let alone what's going to happen after the injuries. And then, give credit once again to the Chiefs' defense. I thought the week before, Detroit's second half defense against the Ravens was masterful in the way they shut that thing down. Chiefs took some of that and amplified it as well. And I thought the first drive went down the field and Chiefs do what they do, made the adjustment, shut things down from then on out, and did just a really, really good job in slowing things down. I mean, you held that Ravens team to essentially 13. That last touchdown was kind of a busted breakaway, right? But even 20 points for what this Ravens offense has been doing this season is a terrific job by the Chiefs defense, limiting damage, at least for the most part, but then also just dialing it up and shutting things down, getting keys, sacks, tip passes, turnovers now too. I like where this defense is going. They'll continue to be underappreciated while we magnify whether or not the offense is going great or not so great.
Yeah, they're always underappreciated. When did you smell weed the first time yesterday?
This is a second game in a row where I don't. Maybe it's just too commonplace now. I don't know. Used to get the definitive whiff down the stands at some point during the game, but no, I don't. It's been a couple games in a row. Otherwise, or I've just become immune to it. I don't know. Maybe
I figured you'd smell a lot of weed once the announcement was the Chargers lost to the Giants yesterday.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. It is funny though when you're in stadium because I felt like everybody kind of knew, but they wait for it. They wait for the highlight. It's almost like bated breath, and they show it, and then the place goes crazy. But I'm like, didn't everybody see the score already come through? I mean, I was kind of burned. It's great though. We're scoreboard watching in like week 4. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it does make it kind of fun because it spent the whole noon to 3 block doing pregame and watching Red Zone, and keeping an eye on teams that could affect the Chiefs. It's kind of a fun way to go because a lot of times it's front running, or teams are going to have to catch a Chiefs. This is kind of fun, at least for a little bit. I'd rather reel the Chargers in sooner rather than later, though.
And Dave Tobe nailed this one in the pregame, huh?
I mean, Dave Tobe with Dayton Hughes in the pregame says one team's going to walk out of here 1-3, and it ain't going to be us. I was like, wow. Tobe. It was pretty early in the pregame. Even Dana kind of lit up. He goes, yeah. He goes, I couldn't believe when he said it. That was kind of amazing. So I think they were pretty fired up that they weren't going to let this one get away. But yeah, we need more Dave Tobe pep talks. Apparently
so. Who knew?
Before we let you go, Kling, I know we're running on against the clock here, but I do want to ask this because it's part of our topic on the other side. Do you think that the phasing out of Isaiah Pacheco is beginning?
I think it's kind of the hot hand, and whatever hot hand means. But I think they probably have a plan for both. But boy, neither seem to really be engaged in what's going on in the run game. Hard to break off any long runs. Just give me like a 15-yarder, somebody.
Not named Worthy or Mahomes.
Yeah, it's just seemingly really difficult to find any space in running. Now, hopefully, maybe Xavier Worthy opens things up where you're getting the ability to run a little bit more. I don't know. I couldn't tell in New York if Pacheco was mad or he's obviously got a lot of family at that game and he was running out to get his family, but he jetted off the field in New York 2 games ago. And I thought, well, that was kind of weird. He ran it 10 times, but maybe he felt like he needed to get more carries in that. But it just looks like it's going to be kind of a split deal. I mean, it's been about 50-50 every time. So, and then who knows if Brashard Smith gets a few extra looks, we'll see. But I still think that, they're looking for a dynamic type, either runner or guy that can catch passes. And yeah, it looks like Kareem Hunt fits a little bit of that mold more, and certainly Brashard Smith does if they're able to get him more involved in the pass game.
No doubt. Like Henry Lake once said, you got to ride the hot guy, if I'm quoting that correctly. Kling?
And stay for all the games. Don't do what Henry did, because 11 years ago tomorrow night, he left early.
Hey, when you go to Jacksonville to do the sideline reporting for the Chiefs Radio Network, make sure you get a Camel Rider sandwich. They say it's popular in Jacksonville. You'll let us know, I guess.
At the stadium or somewhere else?
Somewhere in Jacksonville.
Their cuisine.
It's their food, man. So we need a full rapport.
A Camel Rider sandwich?
Camel Rider. Stuffed
pita.
Camel. Yeah, stuffed pita bread.
Oh, that makes it better.
Yeah.
Camo or camel? I didn't know.
Either one be disguised when you eat it. Kling, we'll talk to you next Monday, same time.
See you guys.
Later. That's Josh Klingler. Coming up, still want a running back, or what is the running back situation? We'll dive into it here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Shopping for a new Ford? Go where it's easy. Rob Sight Ford. Non-commissioned staff, huge trade-in values, and Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. Rob Sight Ford. ROBSIGHT.com.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
With great deals coming this Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Hear ye, hear ye! Make way for the baron of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the Lord of the Loaves, Prime Member Dave!
Yeah, hi?
Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start October 15th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
Football season in full swing. Underdog, one of the best places to get in on the action, and you can win money in Missouri. It's super easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower than stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and so much more, and get those entries right. And you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. It really is that easy. I love the different versions of games you can play over there. Ladders and streaks, pick'em contests and champions. All of those options available over at Underdog. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, one contractor, all things parking lot in downtown. 70 westbound gets heavy with an accident around Main Street. You're down to just the left lane, getting by delays to 71 and building. 70 eastbound heavy from Prospect over to 23rd. Construction has you down to one lane. And then inbound I-70 with an accident past 435 starting to build some slowdowns. The world's coming to Kansas City in 2026. Is your parking lot ready? Faded lines, potholes, unsafe sidewalks. Gann Asphalt and Concrete is your winning team. One contractor, all things parking lot. Visit GannAsphalt.com today. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it, finishing up the 8 o'clock hour. Flew by today because it's a Victory Monday. Don't forget, go to Hy-Vee, 37 cents off your gallon of gas.
Yeah,
it's
there
real
you
simple.
go.
You go scan your card at Casey's or Hy-Vee gas stations, boom, fill your car up. Put that in your pipe and drive it. I guess. I don't know. Chiefs do win 37-20. Victory Monday. Awesome game yesterday. Patrick Mahomes was him. Steve Spagnuolo was him. Nick Bolton manned everything down in the middle. Leo Chenal, nice pick on the outside. But again, the running. We had Kling just on. Hot hand. That's what it's going to be. Unless somebody, to me, what this looks like, right? We've seen this before in all sports, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, whatever it is. Say you got a point guard problem at the University of Kansas. Well, one of you guys is going to have to go take the job. It's go get it, right? We know what Kareem Hunt is. Short yardage, 5 yards in, 29 is getting the ball. Right?
I love that. He's good.
Fine.
He's perfect with
that's
that.
That's your
yeah.
role. You know it, right? We talked about Travis Kelce's role as a veteran tight end. 3rd and 4, go give me 5 yards. 1st and 10, set us up. Go get us 6 yards on a pass play. At the end of the day, is your line going to be like 5 or 6 for 50 to 70 yards? Cool. I'm good with that. I'd like you to get a couple touchdowns, though, so you can make our 3-leg parlay go into effect. But again, like you look at what this team is doing, they're leaning on the vets and they're letting the guys that have the more talent kind of lead the way. Xavier Worthy came back and was like, So that's why they struggled against the Chargers and they struggled against the Philadelphia Eagles and they didn't struggle against the Giants because they suck and they beat the Ravens because they had most of their team back together. Now the only thing missing is the belief in your kicker's mind and to his leg and the belief that when Rashee Rice comes back, this offense is going to take another step. I mean, they put up 37 against the Ravens. Terrible defense, I understand that. But 37, and they still had wide receiver 1 missing.
Yeah, and they got the production from their running backs yesterday. I thought Pacheco ran hard at times. There was a couple of nice runs I saw out of him. But again, I'm not expecting much out of this guy anymore. He's done. It's time to move on. And if you have the 10 jersey, it may be time to upgrade, right? And get something different for the Isaiah Pacheco jersey fan in your life, because I just don't think he is going to be back. This is not new information. We've been saying it since day one with Isaiah Pacheco. And then you had, Smith show up. Welcome to the offense, Mr. Smith, yesterday, right? Like, Rashard Smith was really, really good. And you know what the thing is? He's young. He's 4 years younger than Isaiah Pacheco. He's a 7th-round draft pick. He costs no money. And so at the end of the season, when the team does move on from Isaiah Pacheco, don't lose your minds that they're moving on from a guy that you like, because in the first 2 weeks of the season, you were ready to move on from Travis Kelce. You were ready to move on from this guy. You were ready to move on from that guy, right? Everybody was. So when they move on from Isaiah Pacheco in the offseason, now we've got a guy in Rashard Smith. Welcome to Kansas City, man. I thought after that first play where, looked a little lost out there, he was good the rest of the way. He was really, really good. Showed some speed, showed the ability to catch the football, showed the ability to run the football. I like what I saw out of him. And the more that he starts to produce and get better, the bigger a weapon he can become in this offense, and the less you do have to rely on both Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, who for all intents and purposes are the same running back. I mean, they're just give them the ball and just let them blow through the offensive line and destroy people in their way. Rashard Smith, more of a finesse guy that can get out in space. He can catch the football, kind of what we wanted Clyde Edwards-Helaire to be, that kind of that change of pace running back. That's what I saw yesterday out of Rashard Smith, and I really, really like that with the pairing of one of those guys that can run hard in between the tackles.
So would you be out of the running back business?
No, not based on one game of a rookie against a bad defense. No. You always have to look at making your roster better. And if you have an opportunity to do that via the trade and, you can do that and you feel comfortable about it, then by all means, absolutely, you go make that trade. Are you out of the running back?
No.
I don't think you look at one game for anybody and determine,
all right, we're good.
We've seen but again, you do have a head coach who really doesn't utilize that position. So if you go out and get him a good running back, let's just say.
Well, he did when he had Jamal Charles, and he did when he had rookie Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, but you didn't have much of a passing game back then, right?
Tyreek Hill.
Not
with Kareem Hunt.
With Kareem, you did, but you didn't have. And Tyreek Hill was a converted running back in that first year. He wasn't a superstar.
But we had a passing game.
Yeah, we had
not that first year with Jamal Charles.
Oh,
Dwayne
Jamal
Bowe
Charles
was
is fine. Yeah, that's fair.
You utilize the guys and the talent that you had. Andy likes to throw the football, right? I've gone rounds with a lot of different people over this running the football thing, inside the organization, outside the organization. Anybody that's known Andy, he just it is what it is, right? So you can go get him a running back. Will he utilize?
He'll throw to him.
That, and that's fine, I guess, if that's what we're going to do. If we're going to see Xavier Worthy be an extension of the running game like this, then I'm okay with it. It's like he's just allergic to it. It's okay. It is who he is, right? Every single person who coaches in the NFL has their ticks, that certain things that they don't do. Running the football for whatever reason as a normal that we're used to, line it up 3 yards in a cloud of dust, doesn't exist here with Andy.
Which, I mean, if passing offense is going to look like that, I don't really care too
you don't
much.
care about the running game, right?
Exactly.
But you still need the balance. I mean,
no, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
You do. It was Melanie Collins yesterday. I want to credit her. She was on the sidelines for the Giant Charger game, and she said the best friend of a quarterback is a good running game. And it seems now over the last year and 4 weeks of this NFL season, there has been now more of an emphasis placed on the running game in this league. And so however you do it, however you run the football, continue to do it. They had 113 yards on the ground when you take away Patrick Mahomes yesterday. I'll take that every single day. It wasn't conventional, but it was still running the football, and it caused the defense to have to care about the run game.
No doubt. I mean, we'll see what happens tonight in that Jets-Miami game. If Breece Hall looks good and the Jets lose, if you lose to Miami and you're the Jets, you might as well just pack it up.
Sal, let's go.
Right. That's what I'd like to see. Breece Hall or Alvin Kamara. Because they did not use Alvin Kamara. Was he hurt yesterday?
No, they used him.
That's not as much. I mean, they used that one guy more.
They were loving Kendra Miller a little bit.
They were loving
yes,
Kendra
They
Miller.
were loving Kendra Miller, which I did note that as well. I was like, okay, that's good. Less Alvin Kamara.
Well, that's what you want to do, though, if you're the New Orleans Saints. You got a new head coach. Alvin Kamara's been there forever and a day. He's been through the rigors of everything. He's seen the bad. He's lived through terrible. He's seen maybe a little bit of good.
Maybe.
Send him somewhere else and start bringing your own guys in. I don't have a problem with that. Same thing with Tennessee, man. Start unloading everybody down there. Not that there's anybody to unload, but.
Talk to you later.
Coming up next, we get to Josh Verner one last time for the rest of the baseball season. Royals finish 82-80, and there's a dynamite AL side of the playoffs starting tomorrow. We get to Vern next, one last time here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Royals.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Creed Humphrey, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Cheese Football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens. Let me tell you about my friends over at GiveMeTheVin.com because I'm sure you've got a car that you're trying to get rid of. Well, I can tell you how to do it easily with GiveMeTheVin.com because they want to buy your car, whether it is your daily driver pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. So say goodbye to dealing with all those dealerships and private sale tire kickers and get a true buy offer for your car. GiveMeTheVin.com puts your car right on the money, providing you with a hassle-free online option to sell your car for more. It's as simple as going to GiveMeTheVin.com and entering your car's VIN number or license plate number. You'll get an offer on your car in minutes. That is way above any dealer quote. You can go to one of their pickup locations or they'll even come to you. It's as easy and it's fast. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer. Hit it, boys.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's football season and snacking season, and nothing goes better with football and snacking better than Daisy Dips. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy ranch dip, and these are a game changer. From chips to wings to veggies, they all go better with Daisy Dips. And I love dipping pretzels into the Daisy French onion dip. It's amazing. And the best part, these are delicious as homemade dips because they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Dips at a grocery store near you.
At Busey, banking is about more than numbers. It's about relationships. For over 150 years, we've been helping individuals, families, and businesses reach their goals with personalized service and local decision making. Whether you're opening your first account or planning your next big move, we're here with the tools and support to help you move forward with confidence. Busey Bank, your partner for life's moments, both big and small. Member FDIC.
Man, if your stream isn't as strong as it used to be, or you're taking more breaks to the bathroom than the last 2 minutes of a televised football game,
There's another timeout. We'll be back after this.
it's time to get checked. An enlarged prostate, or BPH, could be the cause. And Kansas City Urology Care is here to help. Fast answers, trusted care. Don't wait. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. Visit kcuc.com today. At KCUC, you see the best in KC.
Inside the Huddle with Cody and Gold each day from noon till 1 on 96.5 The Fan. Inside the Huddle is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Discover the benefit of blue on the official radio partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. 96.5 The Fan.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Car wreck? Get the money you deserve. Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Trouble in downtown, both directions of I-70, very heavy this morning. Accident westbound, built delays back to 71. Eastbound also slow with a forced exit at Main Street. Delays beyond 35. 35 northbound affected as well. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
What's up, Kansas City? It's Nick Bolton. Tune in on game days to hear the play-by-play with Mitch, Danon, and Clean on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome back to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Long-time listener and supporter of you because you tell it like it is.
Here's our Royals insider, Josh Vernier.
Still waiting on Vern unless he opted out of his contract quicker than Pete Alonso did after the game yesterday.
You got me fired up, bro. I'm serious. This Pete Alonso guy, that guy can go kick rocks.
Yeah, he's a tool. He always has been.
And the Royals have signed Pete Alonso. Yay!
Yeah, well, I didn't hear. I had my headphones off. All I heard was like talking about Vern, and then you can go kick rocks. I'm like, yo, Bob, be nice to Vern.
No,
what the hell,
I'm not
man?
talking to Vern. I'm talking about Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso couldn't have opted out of his contract faster yesterday after the Mets lost, which is just, it's so good to watch the Mets lose.
Third highest payroll? First highest payroll.
I thought it was number one. $340 million or something,
Them,
right?
Philadelphia, and I think the Yankees. Is that like the top three? Maybe I'm wrong there somewhere. I know Philadelphia's up there high.
Like the Mets payroll is essentially akin to an NFL payroll, and then we have double the amount of people in the NFL.
Yeah, because they gave Soto the $700 million.
That's right.
They gave Alonso some money. They gave Lindor money, and then nobody else.
Nobody else, yeah.
It's like when you were a kid, Mac, and you go to the store with your mom or to the mall with your mom, and you'd be like, okay, we can either go to Old Navy and you can get 3 shirts and a couple pairs of pants, or we can go to Abercrombie and you can have a shirt. New York Mets went to Abercrombie, and guess what? Gone.
Well, you got to build an entire team. I mean, that's why you don't spend money foolishly in free agency. It's really a fool's gold when it comes, to free agency in professional sports, because you spend a lot of money. Like, people are mad at Jerry Jones today, but I don't really disagree with what he said last night when he said, look, Dak was worth extending, Micah was not. And it's plain and simple right there. And Jerry kept talking about, I can go get 5 players for Michael Parson. 5 different players for Michael Parson. Now, they have to hit, and Michael's a hell of a player, but I do understand Jerry's reasoning right there. We paid our quarterback. We're not going to go out there and we're not going to pay a defensive end. We're going to go out there and we're going to find somebody else and find 5 other guys that can, make this roster better as a whole than just signing one guy. So Pete Alonso, before he even showered, opted out in front of the media yesterday. That's just a bad look for a player, man.
Yeah, he didn't even shower before he opted out.
That's what I said.
He didn't after he showered.
No. He didn't even shower yet.
Yeah, didn't even shower. Yeah, I still had the eye black on for a night game.
It's a 2 o'clock start. This guy's out here quitting.
Yeah.
F you, pal.
Yeah, get bent. No, Royals finished season 82-80. They finish above 500. They fall short of the goal that they told us that they were, which was a playoff team. And now we get into the lab, right? Now it's Q and JJ and everybody and Sherman. Okay, first off, let's figure out where the stadium's going to go, please. And then
now I hear maybe after the November elections until they announce it, which is it's another month.
Golly.
Come on.
Figure it out.
I heard October 22nd. Then I heard, they may just hold it off till the actual general election is over in November. I'm like, good Lord.
Kiss
they're
my
They're
ass.
really milking this end of the year thing now. Both the Chiefs and Royals got to the end of the year.
Because tomorrow's the big recall vote.
Yeah.
I'll be there right after the show. Can't stay after the show, guys. Got some important stuff
you
to take care
You
of.
got to go. You got to go vote, man. It's election day.
So I'll tell the boss we don't have a show meeting tomorrow. I got a meeting with the library.
Do you think you're going to wait in a long line for that tomorrow?
Yes.
You do?
I hope I am waiting.
I hope you are too, actually.
I really do. I hope I'm waiting in a long line because there's a dispensary down the street and there's a library right next to it. So I got plenty of time tomorrow after the show to go take care of business that needs to be taken care of. But yeah, the Royals fall short of their playoff goal. They finish 82-80, back-to-back winning seasons. I know there's people out here going, it's Chiefs season, talk about Chiefs. Well, we put a ball in the end of the regular season for baseball. It's over. We move on, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. They need to get a right fielder or a left fielder. We're going to have to see really what the progression is of Caglione in the offseason. Carter Jensen looks like he's solidified himself on a roster spot next year, and we'll see what free agents pop out in the outfield because I think you need an outfield bat. And I think we kind of know what they're going to go with the infield next year. I think it's going to be Pasquantino at first, Massey at second, Bobby at short, Michael at third, and Salvador Perez behind the dish. If they can, what I think they should do, I think the biggest thing they should do this next season is restructure the Salvador Perez contract and then see what money you want to spend on an outfield bat that they desperately need.
Well, and it's going to be interesting to see if they spend on a bat or they use all that pitching collateral. I think Noah Cameron is the best player that you could trade for this organization right now and get something back in return. And that's the way you need to go. It's easier to go out and make a trade for a bat than it is to try to go out there and be competitive in the free agent market when you're Kansas City and you're competing against, Toronto. Again, Santander, we keep going back to that. They offered him $30 more million. So you want to take that away and be able to go out there and dictate who you're going to get, and the way you can do that is via a trade. I think the Royals are going to be very transactional this offseason. I think Salvador Perez's option, I say it gets picked up, but I think it ends up being a 2-year option. I think they spread money over 2 years for Salvador Perez and kind of keep him as the wingman for Carter Jensen, the Alex Smith to the Carter Jensen, if you will. I think they will make changes in their hitting department. I don't know if that means Zumwalt gets fired, reassigned, or maybe there's other guys throughout the organization, directors of hitting and whatnot that, could, but I think there's going to be a change in the hitting department for the Royals some way, some form. And I think you go out and acquire a bat. And I also think you make a look at second base. I mean, Massey has proven that he can't stay healthy, and I thought that was a weak spot for the team all season long. So I would go get an outfield bat, and I would go get a second baseman if I were the Royals right now. The great news is, now, they'll say we always need pitching, but they don't need pitching, right? They don't have to go out there and look for a starter or look for a closer or look for this or look for that. Their pitching side of things is pretty much set. You make a couple adjustments on the offensive side of things, and I think you're set to go. And you had said something during one of the breaks that I think is really good to bring back up. You said, I think they should bring back Frazier. I'm with you.
I think you bring back Adam Frazier.
Yeah, I think he's worth the roster spot, man.
I think he's great for this clubhouse. I think he did well enough for what his role was. He's not going to be an everyday player, obviously. He's a, matchup specialist. He's a Sunday getaway game guy, but he's also a guy that really connects in this locker room. And it was shown. He did his role in this the back half of this season. So again, the playoffs do start. The National League side, the boring side, we start first with, which can Cincinnati upset Los Angeles?
I'd love it.
Right. Philadelphia and Milwaukee
just
get the
to see that guy imitate Terry Francona again. Dude.
Not a more wasted guy in the entire world yesterday. Well, maybe Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
good Lord, dude. Dancing barefoot, soaked in champagne and beer. Had a cigar that was lit for about 2 seconds, then it was ruined, but he still had it in his hand.
Oh, he was so good. Mac, did you see this guy yesterday?
We were watching him in there during the break.
He's the best.
Yeah, he was white boy wasted is what we like to call that.
And then he's imitating Francona.
Oh, it's so great.
Electric. What it's about, baby.
But Cincinnati and Los Angeles will play each other in the wild card round, and then San Diego and Chicago. That one actually will be kind of fun.
That's got juice.
Now, the American League side, holy smokes. We get Detroit and Cleveland all over again.
Oh, that's so good.
The winner of that will play the Seattle Mariners in the ALDS, and then Boston and New York will play best of three as well. The winner of that will go play their AL East foe, the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right. We're the Astros.
Well,
they're at home.
There was a hit, batter, walk-in run that eliminated them from the
How
playoffs.
about that?
I mean, that's just insane, dude.
How'd you lose the postseason? Well, we hit a guy and walked in the winning run and lost.
No doubt, man. So, I mean, Detroit, Cleveland, you got to think if Cleveland goes into that series and wins the first 2 games of that wild card round, there's something going deep down in Detroit.
It'll be interesting to see how they approach the offseason. It really will be.
I mean, they went from being the number 1 seed most of the season to falling to the 6th seed in the playoffs.
No, I know. It would have been better if they fell out of the playoffs.
I was hoping, Bob. I was hoping they would. And then Boston, New York. I mean, do you need anything else?
No.
Do you need anything else other than that? Like, hey, Boston, You're heading to New York.
Yeah,
Have fun.
Have fun. Like everybody's gonna be watching that, you know. And then you mentioned the Reds and Dodgers is another good one. That's kind of the outlier that nobody's that interested in.
Yeah,
but
it's the small market Cincinnati Reds going against the major market Los Angeles Dodgers, and San Diego, Chicago, obviously big markets. Detroit, Cleveland, we know those markets, and then Boston, New York. And it starts Tuesday at noon.
Yeah, tomorrow at noon.
All day.
Yep. Tomorrow's a great day if you can get off of work. I know people like the NCAA tournament, days and get your balls cut and put the peas on there. But tomorrow's one of those days as well. If you're a baseball fan, there's something special about the high holy days of baseball with the postseason. I love the day games. I love the shadows. I love the crispness. I just love everything about it.
Because it gets us through the week until football starts.
It
you
does.
watch playoff baseball Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday afternoon, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, we got a Thursday night football game this week. Couldn't even tell you who's playing.
I forget. I saw it the other day, and I'm like,
Should we know? Should we know who's playing?
Is it the Rams and somebody?
Is it the Rams? It is. It is not. It is. Yes, it is. It is Rams and Niners.
That's right, yeah.
Could it be a good one? I don't know. Rams right now favored by 3.5. And
That's it. Wow.
Well, the Niners are beat up, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're only by 3.5.
Robert Saleh's going to need to go get him a big
Robert
dom.
Saleh may play.
Yeah, well, there's a chance. Yeah, we'll see what happens if we can have some fun bringing some. A lot of people in the text line say bring back Yaz for the Royals.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that, and you made a good point. Frazier's more of the clubhouse guy. I think that's what the Royals need. Yaz was nice at the end. He's not the hitting outfielder that we need. They bring Yaz back, and by May, everybody wants him gone.
Somebody says Frazier looks like Jack from This Is Us and forces my wife to watch games.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good-looking cat, man. Ain't no doubt about it. We dive back into what was yesterday because the Chiefs showed a lot. We explained what that was. Yes, thanks. We'll talk to Vern next year here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Chris Jones, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Underdog are ready for you in the state of Missouri because you can select entries and win money right now in Missouri. I was on the Underdog app all weekend long. Had a lot of fun with the NFL yesterday. Had some fun with the college games the day before. And now with the postseason here in baseball, you can combine entries from multiple sports into one selection like I love to do. And playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. And once you get your entries right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can play with as little as $1. So get going now on the Underdog app. Download the app today, sign up with promo code BOB, and score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5 with promo code BOB. Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 and over and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Is both. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Specific promotional offers are not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
He's a world arm wrestling champion, Michael Todd.
I'm globally known as Monster Michael Todd. I'm 52 years old. I've won 23 world titles and 36 national titles.
This tough guy never backs down, but a horrible bicep injury almost ended his career. Enter QC Kinetics and life-changing regenerative treatments.
Most people thinking that I'd never be able to compete again. Within 8 months, I became number 5 overall in the world. Now I'm marching towards that number 1 spot.
So how did he do it?
I'm a big regenerative medicine kind of guy. Once I found out about QC Kinetics, I wanted to try their protocol.
Those treatments use a patient's own orthobiologics concentrated and placed into the troubled area to help heal and restore the damage. No scalpels or harmful meds, just long-term relief.
QC Kinetics definitely have helped me be able to live this dream and be able to do what I want to do and continue to do it for a lot more years.
When the others say, time for surgery, you're finished. Not so fast. Call QC Kinetics. The consultation's totally free.
Call QC Kinetics. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. 816-412-6299.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall. Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's morning lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD score wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Today, expect sunny conditions with a high of 85.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
I think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Classic. We are back.
Ravens have dropped like 40, 42, and 30. I think if the Chiefs tried to score 30 points right now, it would take 8 games.
Chiefs will be under center. Double tight, left side. Pacheco, the running back. Mahomes stays with the called play. After a long count, rolling left side. Dumps it. Pacheco at the 5. Angling near side. Touchdown! Kansas City! As the Chiefs on the short roll touchdown pass. Mahomes to Isaiah Pacheco, and the Chiefs lead 19-7.
It just seems like things are difficult for the Chiefs right now on offense, and they have a much better defense statistically than the Ravens do right now, but I just think the Ravens are a much better football team, and I think that'll show up on Sunday.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Stick to Thursday Night Football.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
No
Get
doubt.
bent.
Yep. Chiefs showed a lot, man. Defense gave up that first drive, and then Spags locked it in.
Yep.
I mean, that was...
He sat in front of his chair, kind of was like, all right, let's go.
He's like, let them show their hand, right?
Exactly.
I was listening to Dane Hughes on with Cody and Gold later this last week, And he was like, you guys play poker, you guys play, Texas Hold'em and stuff like that. And there's always those guys at the table that'll sit back and kind of like wait a little bit, try to catch tendencies of guys that are, trying to take stabs at the pot. And then all of a sudden that person that sat back, calm, cool, collected, played some antes, played a couple hands, but then all of a sudden they start seeing what people are going to do. Then they start attacking those people. At the end of the table, you look over and you're like, oh, I didn't know that Chris was balling over there. It's like, yeah, he stayed quiet and watched all you guys act like you knew what you're doing, and then all of a sudden there's spags for you, like, hey, here's our king, here's our queen, here's our ace, here's our jack, here's all this stuff we have. First drive, 7-0, Chiefs get the ball 7-3, Baltimore gets the ball back, interception. Right before the half, Baltimore fumbles, and then at that point it's like, okay, we've got this. Because I asked you guys earlier what you felt more comfortable yesterday watching, the offense or the defense.
Yeah, it's still I could answer it differently every single time.
For sure.
You feel comfortable about the defense, but I think is it fair to say that the expectation level has gone like a 180? You expect the defense to be good where you expected the offense to be good for so long, right? You just knew they were going to get you 35 points a game. Yeah. It's fair to expect this defense right now to go out there and hold the opponent to 20 or less. I mean, that's just kind of the norm that they've set for us. That's kind of the baseline that they've put into place. And so, yeah, I'm impressed with the defense. I was more relieved, I think, with the offense yesterday, more excited about the offense yesterday because we hadn't seen that in a very long time where they put up 37, should have been 40 points yesterday if Butker doesn't miss a field goal. And
also
so,
finished drives, I'll put some of that on the offense. First two drives stalled.
Yep, absolutely. They got into the red zone. It was, here we go again type of stuff. And they figured it out. And they did. They were able to finally get into the red zone and they took over. But I think we have set a standard for the offense that'll never be matched again. And I don't think we have a high enough standard for the defense, quite honestly. Like, we look at this offense, and we being the collective we, me, you, and everybody, because we all have high standards, and they lived up to it yesterday. But I think yesterday is more of an outlier that it's going to be. We're not going to see 37 to 40 points a game. I mean, that's a crazy number to put up in the NFL. But for whatever reason, we still expect the offense to do that, right? We all do. Yours truly. I don't think we have the expectation right now for this defense to go out there and only give up 20 or fewer points in every single game. Like, we have to start to realize that we are now more of a defensive team than we are an offensive team at this point in time. And that's okay. Things change. You got great players on your defensive side of the football, and they put their feet in the dirt all the time, and they hold the line, right? Even when they got that turnover right before the half ended, I'm like, okay, it's still Lamar, Like, I need to be trusting this defense more and believing more in this defense. And I don't think we do that enough around here. And that's just natural because we just believed in this offense for so long. Now that this defense is playing so good for 2 consecutive years, almost 3 years now, we're still going, are they going to be able to hold these guys down when who haven't they been able to hold down for the most part?
Yeah, I felt a little bit more comfortable throughout the game when we didn't hear anything coming from 74 on the right side of the line. You look at next-gen stats, Patrick Mahomes thrived in the quick game against the Ravens, completing 17 of 22 for 142 yards and 3 touchdowns under 2.5 seconds, his most quick touchdowns since week 1 of 2022. Mahomes is averaging the second fastest time to throw among quarterbacks this season at 2.53 seconds.
That's not good stat, right? Averaging the fastest time to throw.
It depends on how you look at it. He's making things happen quick, which means the defense isn't having time to adjust, which what they're basically doing is canceling addition by subtraction, right? Like, hey, I'm not going to have a ton of time, but I'm not going to give the defense time to really kind of get set or look where this thing's going because I know I don't have full trust. And we talked to Derek Johnson. The line is starting to gel. We talked to Jay Binkley every Wednesday. He said it takes 2, 3, 4 weeks sometimes for an offensive line to really gel. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. You'd like to see that number in the 3s. It's not far off of it. Like, you'd like to see a 3.4 seconds to throw the ball because obviously with the speed of Xavier Worthy, you don't necessarily need all the time to throw. We saw the right down the right side for about 25-yard pass to Worthy right over the top. Mahomes recognized that man coverage immediately. It was like, that's my guy right here on this play. Found him, hit it, in stride, in the bucket. That's good to see. But you would like to see a little bit more time because if we are going to take away some negatives, the running game is still, by committee, which it's been the last 6 years essentially.
That's what the time to throw says to me.
Yeah, is
lack
that
of running game.
Yeah, you got to figure that.
Yeah,
out.
we got to throw really quick.
He had more time on Sunday, though. Funny when you use the running game,
agree with that.
And that pocket seemed very comfortable for Patrick Mahomes on Sunday, right?
Room.
Did you guys take that away
Yes.
too? Like
he was able to step back and step up.
Yes.
Step up.
His hand wasn't getting hit.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was just a comfortable pocket for him yesterday. Again, they had a lot of injuries, but I don't want to hear about that.
And what were the results? 274 touchdowns.
Yeah,
how that works.
I mean, it's crazy when the offensive line goes out there and dominates like they did yesterday. That's good. We need more of that, right? Yeah, it was against a JV Ravens team on the defensive line. But take that and use that and see the successes. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Don't give a rip.
They saw successes yesterday in that game in many different aspects of offense that they haven't seen successes in a while. Now you take those successes and you build on those successes. And I guarantee you this week it's going to be all about that. All right, guys, it was great against the Ravens. Now let's take it to the next level. Let's improve on what we did. We were great. We were awesome. It was fun. Let's take it to the next level because we can all still get better. But they needed to see that success, I think, from an offensive standpoint yesterday to see that they still have the ability to do that. And look, Xavier Worthy is the biggest game breaker we've had since Tyreek Hill, and may go down as the biggest playmaker in Chiefs history, not the quarterback position that we've ever seen. If he ends up being a lifer here in Kansas City, he may go down as the greatest playmaker we've ever had. He changes the game so dynamically by being in there.
That jet sweep that he had, I just watched a replay of it. Who else is out in front of him other than number 71, Josh Simmons, clearing the way, too. So that's awesome to see those two.
That's fun.
Back-to-back, first-round picks, bang, right there. It was awesome. And I'll add to your defensive point, Bob, about trusting this team and trusting specifically Spags and those guys because they've earned it. I was poo-pooing him this last week of just how I don't really feel confident. I don't see the vision right now. We got to give more credit, me specifically, I'll say, to how complicated his defense is. We talk about that with rookies in the offense. Well, it's Andy Reid's system.
It takes a while. 2 weeks, it takes a while, and it'll eventually hit,
it'll
right?
eventually hit. This secondary is elite. Legitimately, this secondary is elite. The only guy that I don't like when he's in there is Najee Johnson. Everyone else is really good. McDuffie is playing in the slot most of the time now. Noel Williams.
I was going to say that Noel Williams kid is really good.
Veach hit on Noel Williams.
Connors does a good enough job for
the
his
hyphenated
role.
guy does a good job
Hicks,
too back there.
Yep, Cook.
Roland Wallace.
Yeah,
Christian
He'll come
Wallace
up and stick somebody every once in a while.
Xavier Worthy 5 for 83 in his return.
Bang.
That's just a appetizer.
And that doesn't even include the rushing yards. I mean, it was 120 yards for Xavier Worthy yesterday, all-purpose yards. I mean, that's 121 yards, and he had 3 plays of 20 or more yards. That's the number that I think for me is the most important one. We had big chunk plays yesterday. We haven't had that in a while where you got that. Xavier Worthy himself had 3 20 or more yard plays in that game yesterday. When you get a cat doing something like that, that's when you make strides. That's when you become a good offense. That's when you keep people on their heels. You got this guy going out here making plays in the running game and in the passing game, and just because Worthy's on the field doesn't guarantee a pass. You can't game plan for that.
Yep. We all agree that Lamar Jackson is a solid, very good quarterback, right?
Great.
Okay.
Yep.
Here's his numbers against the best. Lamar Jackson's record against Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. He is now 1-6 against Patrick Mahomes, 0-1 in the playoffs. He is 3-4 against Josh Allen, 0-2 in the playoffs.
Yeesh.
When do we start putting Lamar Jackson up on this pedestal of hey man, you're great. You're a 2-time MVP. You're a potential Hall of Fame quarterback in the future. I still believe in that. I still stand on that business. But at some point, man, you've got to beat these guys. And he has only beaten Patrick Mahomes once, never in the playoffs. He's only beaten Josh Allen 3 times, never in the playoffs.
And it was on the last play of a game at home during COVID, if I'm not mistaken, or right after COVID. So it was just still weird times when he beat Mahomes.
To be fair, Mark Andrews did drop that ball in the playoffs last
year.
He
did.
Yeah, Lamar was good.
Yeah, he was good in that game.
But
again,
you got to do it.
It just doesn't matter anymore. Like, we can talk about all the ancillary stuff, and we're right. But it all goes back to the quarterback. And you said Hall of Famer. If he doesn't have the success in the postseason, I don't know. This isn't the 80s anymore where Dan Marino could get in, if you don't have the postseason success. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I think it's difficult now.
So you putting Lamar Jackson in the Phillip Rivers category?
Probably as of right now. I mean, I don't know. He just hasn't had the postseason success.
He's just the best. He's the best runner of all time. I think he'll get in just for his legs alone and what he did to change the position a little bit there. But I agree with you. At some point, it is put up or shut up. Like, we can talk about, he was much better last year and he didn't lose them the game. But, it is unfair. Playing the position of quarterback is unfair. The amount of criticism you take and when you take your criticisms, yes, it's not justified. Josh Allen's played great in 3 of the 4 games he's lost to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. No one cares, dude.
Right.
You're 0-4.
You're 0-4.
You've got to win the game.
Yeah.
Comes down to you, man.
Because we have seen Patrick Mahomes do it. You know, we have seen Tom Brady do it.
Oh, yeah.
And so we live in a world where, well, those 2 guys did it. Everybody should be able to do it. Everybody's not Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Everybody else is a tick-off. Even Peyton Manning is not Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. He's a tick-off, and he was an unbelievable quarterback, right? You've got to find a way to get it done when it matters the most. And right now, Lamar just doesn't do that. This is where I miss Therese Paylor a lot because of the Hall of Fame kind of discussions that we had right now. And he would tell you right now whether or not he thought Lamar was going to be a Hall of Fame candidate. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't even know who the Kansas City voter is anymore for the Hall of Fame. And what Binkley will probably know that. We can find that out. But I'd love to get somebody on, just to have that conversation. If it ended today for Lamar, is he a Hall of Famer? I think if it ended today, I don't think he is.
That guy's an idiot, man.
I think this is a pretty interesting stat to bring up from the text line because this is something that I have always wanted to see this team do. And the text says this from the 816, so where credit's due. The Chiefs put up 37 points without Mahomes, Kelsey, or Worthy needing to score a touchdown. It was Pacheco, Thornton, Juju, and who was the other one? Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, Brown.
I mean, think about that. True.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, you didn't have your
Rice, no Worthy, no Kelsey, no Mahomes. You use your supporting cast, and you won, and you put up 37
handily.
Points. Great text.
Yeah, amazing text.
But it shows you the difference Worthy makes. It really does. Like anybody who thought the Chiefs were the Chiefs in the first 2 weeks, they're probably undefeated if Worthy doesn't get hurt. I hate to be that guy.
They're at least 3-1.
They're
at least 3-1. I agree with that.
And the thing is Worthy wasn't even the issue in the Philadelphia game. Travis Kelsey catches that ball, it's a whole other
100%.
game.
Yeah, but if he's in that Philadelphia game, like how much more is open underneath? Maybe Travis is wider open. Maybe it's a better throw. Who knows? You just don't know. But I do have a feeling, man, if Worthy was playing, I think we're 4-0. I really do. I think he's been he is that big a difference maker. We all saw it yesterday.
Do you think he's a bigger difference for this offense than Rashee Rice?
Yes, because of the speed.
I would say no, but I get where you're coming from. I don't think it's a wrong answer.
He's a multiple guy in the offense, right? You can run and pass.
I think
with
it is
him.
both.
Yeah.
Because I think that you're going to see this if they both can stay on the field and stay healthy together throughout the season. You're going to have your teams that say, you know what? We're not letting Worthy beat us. We'll let Rashee Rice go underneath and catch all these passes. But then again, like if you do that, Mahomes is just going to be like, okay, well then I'm going to throw him the ball 15 times and hope that 10 of those targets get caught and go for 140. Then what are you going to do?
Oh, yeah, there's Travis standing out there all by himself.
I mean, imagine, like, everybody thinking that this offense was going to go a tier down, that Mahomes had fallen off a pedestal, and then all of a sudden he gets one guy back, and all of a sudden it's 274 touchdowns, 37 down.
Because it opens up everything. It allows you to be so much more of a multiple dimension offense as opposed to a one-dimensional offense. And when you don't have a running back or somebody that can at least give you a couple of yards on the ground, well, it's easy to stop somebody.
Yeah.
Let's also flip over to the
we'll rush 3.
I was just going to say by week 10, this is a little we'll take.
The bye week?
Yeah, by the bye week. It's great. So Rice will have played, 2 games?
3.
3 games.
Raiders, Washington, and Buffalo.
Rice and Worthy will be considered the best wide receiver duo in the league.
Well, it ain't Philadelphia.
Exactly.
It might be in San Francisco, or it might be in L.A.
Yep, that was my one. CeeDee Lamb's hurt right now, and the Bengals don't have Joe Burrow, so you can't really.
Yeah, they're
say,
out of the conversation.
So
Well,
you're
we'll
right.
see
It's
tonight.
But it's the Rams. You're right. It would be the Rams.
So let's flip over to the defensive side because I think I felt really comfortable with that defense after that first drive. Didn't watch it, but I heard it. I was heading over to family's house and I, listened to Mitch and Dana talk, and it was first down, touchdown. I'm like, damn, they got 4 first downs on this drive. They're moving with ease.
Yep.
And then I got to the house and said, what, they just ran down our throats on that first drive? And my stepdad goes, they sure the hell did. And then we watched it, and the defense just absolutely did exactly what they were supposed to do. Sack Lamar Jackson. It's happened all year. He got sacked 7 times the game before the Chiefs. He got sacked 3 times in this game. Nick Bolton held ground in the middle. Leo Chenal, athletic, great pick in that play, forcing Lamar to move forward, ran into his own guy and fumbled the ball. Then we got the text, game's over. And I thought what the defense did against Lamar, what the defense has done against Justin Fields, what the defense did against Russell Wilson, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Now, the Jalen Hurts game against Philadelphia, that's miscues and whatnot. But I think this defense is still there. I think this offense is beginning to wake up. And I think if you could put those two things together, plus you have this Dave Tobe guy who seems to know what he's doing with Remigio, and now that you can get kickoffs again and punts, those are the three sides of the game that you want to see succeed. And yesterday was the first time since that Pittsburgh game where all three sides of that field or that team were electric. And they were. The defense gave up the scuttle in the first drive. But hey, that's like we mentioned earlier with the poker player. Let them show their hand. Let them show what they think they want to do. And then see a Derrick Henry, see a Mark Andrews, see a Zay Flowers, see a Bateman. Who's up to bat next? Nobody. And I thought that defense looked very, very good as a solid unit from every single level. From the defensive line, George Karlaftis, big sack on 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. And Karlaftis got to the quarterback and sacked him. Chanel, after they had scored a touchdown on their very next drive, pick on the sideline.
I know that I'm hard.
They did very, very well on every single facet of that game yesterday, and the defense stood out to me the most.
And I think that's kind of what you put in your hat, because I'm sure you'll see this week, the Chiefs offense went against the wounded Baltimore Ravens team. They were hurt. They were playing this, that, the other thing. Yeah, but here's the interesting thing about all that. The Baltimore offense was healthy, and this Chiefs defense went out and held down. Like, why aren't we talking more about that? That I think that ultimately, as we've kind of gone 4 hours. Hurt. No, too late in the game for that. just too late in the game for that. The Chiefs defense yesterday, because I was told by a lot of those dumbasses from the national media, a lot of weapons on Baltimore, don't know how the Chiefs are going to be able to stop them. Which weapon showed up yesterday? None. The only weapon that showed up on that side was Spags for the Chiefs and putting their game plan together. They held down Zay Flowers. They held down Mark Andrews. They held down Derrick Henry. They held down Lamar Jackson. Those are all offensive weapons. I just don't know how they're going to cover anybody. There's so many weapons out here that Baltimore has, and they held them to 13 points. They gave up the 7 at the end, garbage time, where everybody's just ready to get the hell off the field. They held that starting offense to Baltimore to 13 points. They held them to 6 points after the first drive. After they got done with the script, that defense held the Baltimore Ravens to 6 points the rest of the way. And I'm not counting that last touchdown with backups and everybody else's cousin playing at that time. So you had a situation where this defense went out there and took one of the better offenses in the NFL, if not one of the best offenses that was scoring like 40 points a game, and held them to essentially 13 points and 1 touchdown over the course of 60 minutes yesterday. Where's the praise for the defense, right? Where's all that going to be, right? We don't focus on that nationally. We focus on just the offensive side. Oh, Lamar wasn't good. No, he wasn't good because Steve Spagnuolo is an effing genius.
Omar Norman-Lott and Ashton Gelati played more, too.
Yeah, they did.
More each week.
How about Jerry Tillery getting a sack?
Yeah, there we go.
He was on the team.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Did you guys see
Big Tills?
Did you guys see Jerry Tillery got a sack yesterday? I'm joking. But let's be honest. Let's be real men in this room. There is one concern from yesterday. One big concern. Harrison Butker.
Yeah, I'm not happy with him. BBL stinky.
Because I'm telling you, we know this. As much crap as we give Juwan Taylor for being that guy on the right side, there is going to be a moment where the Chiefs are going to be tied late in the fourth quarter, and they're going to be on the 42-yard line and say, hey, Bub, you got to hit this. Because that dude in Tampa Bay hit a 65-yarder yesterday and like a 58-yarder.
With ease now.
And
it's
one
with
thing that
ease.
we've always said that Mahomes has had in his back pocket, like a get-out-of-jail-free card, is, hey, there's only like 25 seconds left. Just get it to the 45, and we'll be fine. I know Butker's got this.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have that get-out-of-jail-free card anymore.
I know we don't have that get-out-of-jail-free card anymore, right? I think right now he's missed 5 kicks already this season, missed 4 all of last year. And I don't feel good when he gets out there right now. When he trots out there, I'm like, ugh.
He's 3 for 5 from 50+. One of them was a doink in.
Yeah.
He doinked it in. He
Could
got kind of lucky.
2 for 5.
Yes, very
from
good.
That
very well.
Distance. Yeah, he's no longer a weapon. He's no longer a luxury. They have just a meh kicker right now, right? He's just one of the guys.
Yeah.
He really is. Like, he used to be special. He used to be unique. He used to be the best. Now he's very average at best.
He's the highest paid kicker in the league.
Oh, so, I know he is. Believe me. Yeah, I've got a lot of texts from a lot of friends talking about that. We got the highest paid kicker in the league. You better start making these things, right? But people focus on that.
Yeah.
When you're doing good, nobody cares how much money you make.
Nope.
The minute you start missing your kicks, everybody's going to be talking about that. And so I'm sure they'll stick by Harry, but I mean, it's not an automatic anymore. He's not a gimme anymore. He's not a luxury anymore. And that is something that the offense needs to figure out during the week. Like, okay, yeah, if we got down to the 30, it was pretty much a guaranteed 3 points. We can't think that way anymore. We cannot think that we have a guaranteed 3 points if we get inside the 30 or 40-yard line anymore, because we don't. Harrison Butker has proven that he is no longer a reliable kicker. Everybody else in the NFL is doing the same stuff now. He's not special or unique anymore. He's got to start making his kicks. Otherwise, he'll be in the unemployment line.
I mean, I can just see it now. All the media questions. You know how it was, hey, have you talked to Juwan Taylor about the mishaps, all this? Hey, when Dave Tobe talks on special coordinator day, 100% will be the first question he gets asked. Is there any concern with Harrison Butker lately?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's a whole answer.
Just please go back to your original swing. Don't overthink it.
Is he overthinking or is he just old?
I don't know, man. I
Or
don't
is
know.
he banged up? Maybe the injuries have never healed properly or what? I don't know.
I would use the excuse for age if it was like a quarterback having issues of like being able to get the ball deep and accurate. This is, to me, a head game.
Russell Wilson?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, you look at this. This is a golfer that we talked to about with, I think it was Dayton Hughes. This is a golfer that's like redone his grip or tried a different sort of stance. And it's like, hey, it's not working. Go back to what you used to. Because we remember in the offseason, he said he was going to stop putting so much pressure on his plant leg. Since that's happened, this has started to develop. So there is some sort of.
He's only 30.
I know he's not old. That's what I'm saying. He's not old. He's changed something, and it's not working.
30 is old for a football player, but not really for a kicker.
Not for a kicker. Anderson kicked till he was 50. Adam Vinatieri kicked till he was 43.
Yeah.
Like Gostkowski kicked till he was 40. The age is not a thing.
The age is not the thing. But
he's changed his golf swing, and it's not working.
Or he's got a debilitating knee thing, and he can't go back to the other one because if he knows he does, he's done. You know, who knows?
I just think it's mechanical. I think that's exactly what it is. I don't know if it is necessarily something that is. I think it's in his head. I think it's in his mechanics, and I think it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you're not going to be in this league for a long time. Keep doing what you were doing, and if it wears and tears, you've done everything you need to do. You've been paid. You've been glorified as a Super Bowl champion. You've got multiple amount of kicks that are great. You'll be in the Chiefs Ring of Honor someday.
Yeah.
Like,
Hall
just
of
go
Fame
back to what you
potentially.
did.
You know,
I don't know. I think it's a swing issue if I had to guess. Kind of like those guys that couldn't putt at the Ryder Cup this weekend, those damn Americans. Coming up, we get to our brioche of the weekend and get you set up for the rest of the week here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Heartland Men's Health and get treated for your low T, because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
It's time to build that dream deck over at All Weather Decks. Schedule a free estimate today at 913-206-1974 or online at allweatherdecks.net. All Weather Decks, the right deck at the right price.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Specific promotional offers are not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Hey guys, did you know that prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in American men? That's right. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in American men. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Early prostate cancer often has no symptoms, which makes regular screenings key. The 5-year survival rate is nearly 100% when caught early. So get checked early and often. If you're a man over 50 or 45 if African American or with a family history, you should talk to a doctor about screening. A prostate cancer diagnosis can be scary, but no one should fight alone. Join us in raising awareness and saving lives. Don't wait. Visit kcuc.com today. At KCUC, you see the best in KC.
Final segment here on a Monday. Tomorrow's Mac and Bob's favorite day of the week for obvious reasons as we get on to a Tuesday doubleheader tonight in football. So you got a little bit of action tonight, a little bit of action, Mac. Let me tell you about the action. Now you got Minnesota. You got Miami versus the Jets. Justin Fields comes back. Take the over on Justin Fields' rushing yards tonight. Take the over on not Patrick Surtain, old school, on Tyreek Hill. I think he has a big game tonight as well for the Dolphins.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
Going to be Gardner Johnson versus Tyreek. And then the second game is Denver-Cincinnati. We're all rooting for the Bengals?
Oh, yeah.
As weird as that sounds, yeah. Go take care of business because the Raiders suck,
but the Bengals...
Geno Smith's thrown 7 interceptions this year.
Back-to-back games.
The Bengals
3.
may be done, though, if they lose this game. Like, their season's over tonight if they lose. I think their season's over
anyway. What would they be? They'd be 2-3?
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 2-2.
Started off 2-0, lost last week, got blasted last week, and then they play tonight against Denver, who needs a get-right game because they obviously lost last week as well. Let's get to the brioche of the weekend.
Brioche of the weekend.
Big brioche guy.
Love that. Yeah, good take.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Brioche of the weekend presented by Sheet Metal Workers, local number 2. Vote for the high school football game of the week. Those wonderful people at Sheet Metal Workers do that at prepskc.com. And each week, the Sheet Metal Workers will give $750 to the winning team's booster
Actually,
club.
it's both to get it, whether you win or lose. They're giving $1,500 out every week.
That's called doing something nice for people. You never know. It could change their education, could change their activities, everything like that. And then we will announce the winning game every Friday morning.
Speaking of that, do you remember that fat kid last week who jumped on the little kid, did that suplex on top of that
broke
kid?
2 vertebrae.
Right. I didn't realize that until today. They're trying to expel him from school.
Good.
And his parents are like, please don't do that. You're going to ruin his education. And I'm like, I get it, man. Like, you don't want to take the education away from the kid. What else? If you took school away from that kid, where does he go from here? I mean, he made a horrible mistake, obviously. I don't think it's worth being expelled from school over.
Is the other family taking legal action at all?
I didn't get to that point. I know
Gotcha.
the school board's going to be
bills. I can tell you that much.
I mean,
I wouldn't be.
No, the school district's paying, and so is the other guy. But yeah, I wouldn't take school away from that kid. That kid needs school.
No, that's fair. Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah,
I get that. I agree with that.
All right, who's your brioche?
Brioche got to go to Blink, baby. Blink 182.
Jay Blinkley?
Jay Blinkley, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Where do you think he saw 182 last? 8th grade? I'm kidding, Jay.
That guy's an idiot, man.
No, we love Jay, bro.
Of course we do.
Yeah, Blink 182 was awesome, dude. They were so good. Obviously, Dusty was there, just 2 rows in front of us. It was sick, man. They sounded awesome, played all the hits. They were great, made some of their jokes in between songs, penis jokes, whatever it was, just being dudes, hanging out. It was awesome, bro. It was great.
very much.
Very good.
It was good.
Mac was making out with his fiance.
So you actually experienced Mac and his fiance in public and how they behave at events.
Yeah, he met my buddies that we went with. I was like, this is Mac. It's our producer. He does fantasy. He does all this stuff. Fantasy football show. Does, key to our show as well. And he's like, all right. And then my buddy, he kind of talks like Chris Jones. He's like, man, your producer's like getting after it back there. I was like, oh, he's rocking out. And I turned around. Nah, dude, he was tonsil.
You should have seen him at the Savannah Banana game. I came back. I told you guys, these two are making out. They didn't see a damn thing.
Did you see his thighs? Did he show you his thighs yet?
Dude,
no. Did you get
it's
a tattoo
banged up
of,
worse than Lamar Jackson.
It's bad. I don't know what happened, bro.
Come in here real quick and show
thighs.
Bob your legs. It's good for radio. I don't know what he said. Dude, we stood the whole time.
Well, it's a concert. I mean, when was the last time you went to
Put
something
him on
other than a
camera,
baseball
Mac.
game and stood?
Get behind Bob and show Bob your thighs. I've never been beat up this bad at a concert where I stood the
Beat
entire
up
time.
at a concert?
Dude, look at these things, dude. Put it on camera.
What
Look
in the hell did you do?
In the same spot.
Look at that. Look at that. Get that. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I mean,
what in the hell is wrong with you?
What did you do?
What's my age again? And all the small things hit a little hard on Saturday.
God, jeez.
Good hell, that kid is cougar chowed out.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. You were at a concert and you came back injured.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's got to be post-concert.
Rocked out hard, bro.
Post-sex nachos. Great band. That's the actual band's name. I will give my brioche of the weekend to Lane Kiffin.
Nice.
Also, did you see college football, that amazing slate? Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 8, lost.
Talk to you later.
It was a big weekend.
Yeah,
big weekend for college football.
Awesome.
Bink had it. He said it's going to be a good weekend, and it was a good weekend.
But Whit Weeks, the boyfriend, middle linebacker of LSU, and the boyfriend of Lane Kiffin's daughter, seen puking on the field.
He was, man.
I mean, just 100% Ralph job. And then somebody put in a Twitter comment, what did Landry give Whit Weeks? He's out here throwing up on the Skycast. Lane Kiffin responds and just says, tempo.
Which is great.
And Ole Miss upsets LSU, and Lane Kiffin has to do at the post-game interview, go, I'm trying to look for Whit. I see it the overhead.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
You just trolling.
Hell
It was fun.
I know they say athletes and coaches should stay off social media, but when it's like that, I have a hard time believing that narrative because Whit Weeks was weak in the stomach, puking all over the field.
Yeah.
And then Lane Kiffin, what did Landry give Whit Weeks before he's out here throwing up? Lane Kiffin responds, tempo.
Yeah, you keep that tempo moving, man. You make that other defense puke. Speaking of tempo, my brioche of the week goes to a couple of people. So yesterday, I didn't know about this Chris Jones thing yesterday. Did you guys know that his aunt died or whatever?
I knew in the morning.
Yeah, but I wasn't paying attention. We had soccer at 8 a.m. I'm doing life, and all of a sudden, like, you see, like, Chris Jones isn't going to be there until late or whatever's going on. I'm like, okay. So I text Josh. I go, what's going on? He said, hey, you'll be fine. He'll be here. Don't worry about it. So, okay, cool. The guy who picked him up at the airport, I know, one of Rob Maloney's guys.
Oh, wow.
The KCPD police officer who escorted him close friend of mine. I know that because Tracy Wolfson posted the video, and there's Gary driving the cop car as they come around. So I texted Gary yesterday. I go, how was he? He goes, dude, I was white-knuckling this thing 75, 85 the whole time from the airport. It's amazing how bad people are driving. I give everybody who got that done and got Chris Jones there all the credit in the world. That is not something that is easy to pull off. Chris Jones was obviously doing the right thing, being with his family. His aunt passed away. He was down there. He was about an hour late, they said, landing. So they expected him an hour prior, but you know how flights go and things lead to, delays and whatnot. But yeah, Maloney's guy Ziggy was there, picked him up in this thing, took him to the airport. And so credit to everybody who got Chris Jones there at time. I thought they did an unbelievable job, with all that, because that's not easy to do, to navigate Arrowhead Stadium right before a game like that. So they got him there. Good job out of them. And then getting to watch the game with my daughter yesterday, just the two of us on the couch talking about life and what matters to her was just great. Yeah, it was one of those games where you could just have that conversations with your kids and not have to stress out during a game.
I was gonna say, you get to just talk the whole game, basically.
Yeah.
After the first half, you're like, all right, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
That is the brioche of the weekend, presented by the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. Vote for the high school football game of the week at prepskc.com. And each week, the Sheet Metal Workers will give $750 to the winning team and $750 to the losing team's booster club. And we'll announce the winning game every Friday morning. So tomorrow, big show as well. Obviously, we roll on. We watch these games tonight. We see where this Chiefs team stands because they play a week from tonight. On Monday Night Football in Jacksonville against Duval.
That's going to be an interesting one all week, too, because, the Saleh stuff's going to come up all week. Hopefully that becomes a distraction. And, I'm excited for this game now on Monday night. Let's go. Let's get another win under our belts. Let's feel good about ourselves.
And then the Lions, above 500, man.
Yeah, get back above 500, and then the Lions come to town for a Super Bowl preview.
Thank you very much. That'll be sick.
Has anybody found Vern yet?
No, not a chance.
Never heard of him.
But I know Vern did the Lord's work, so enjoy the time off, Vern.
Absolutely.
162 ain't no slouch. Go do something nice for somebody today. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It is simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, stay groovy. Coming up next, it's Cody Golden Drew from 10 to 2. We'll talk to you tomorrow.